W261AX, Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 48 and mostly cloudy at 10 o'clock. I'm Paul Rasmussen. The state budget impasse shows no sign of ending even after the state Senate passed a spending plan. We have more from News Radio KDKA's David Ballarado.
The state Senate passed a roughly $48 billion budget on Tuesday, but it's likely DOA once it moves to the House, which last month passed its own $50 billion budget. Speaking in Turtle Creek, Governor Josh Shapiro says what the Senate passed yesterday would force local governments to raise taxes to fill holes. He also questioned the work ethic inside the Senate, which has been in session 35 days since his budget address.
And by the way, they get paid full time for showing up for work only 35 days. I think that's offensive to the good people of Pennsylvania who work every day, and they work their tails off, especially in communities like this.
Shapiro said if the GOP-led Senate approved the House budget, he would sign it immediately. David Ballarado, News Radio KDKA.
Senate President Kim Warren responded to the governor's remarks, saying he has been unable to bring the parties together, so instead he flies around the state pointing fingers. In a statement, the Westmoreland County Republican said the governor wants a budget that spends billions more than projected revenue and will guarantee tax increases. A regional behavioral health summit is happening today at the Allegheny County Courthouse. As News Radio KDKA's Paul Alexander explains, it's a response to a growing mental health crisis.
The goal is to share best practices, address challenges, and continue to coordinate efforts to get people help before they get into the court system. Pennsylvania State Supreme Court Justice Kevin Dougherty is one of the organizers.
Is learning what the bottlenecks are in our system, learning what is working and what's not. My first comment with our system partners were, look, we know that we don't know, and we each have to come to the table being able to share what our weaknesses are so that our weaknesses can become our strength.
This is the fourth of a 7-part series involving all 3 branches of state government. Paul Alexander, News Radio, KDKA.
A patching project on Route 28 in Butler County scheduled this week has been pushed back 5 days. The work on 28 between exits 16 and 17 in Buffalo Township is now scheduled for Monday and Tuesday. PennDOT says traffic will be reduced to 1 lane as the work is done during daylight hours. Pittsburgh City Council has unanimously granted historic designations to the city's sister bridges. The Clemente, Warhol, and Carson bridges, built in the 1920s, are also listed on the National Register of Historic Places. Pittsburgh International's yearly auction is underway, and this year it is online. Over 1,000 items are available, including used maintenance equipment, decommissioned vehicles, and also jewelry, electronics, and other items left at the airport. Up for bids are a Cartier women's watch and a Louis Vuitton hat. But abandoned vehicles are not part of the auction this year. The bidding, by the way, ends on Monday at 5 p.m. At this hour on Wall Street, the Dow is up. Make that down now 98 points at 46,826. The NASDAQ is down 12 points and the S&P is down 2. KDKA Sports, the Pens have the night off. They're looking to keep a 3-game win streak alive when they'll play the Florida Panthers tomorrow night. The news is brought to you by P.J. Fitzpatrick. Home improvements with no interest financing if you need it. Trust PJ.com. And by Medicare Solutions provider Need Part C. Open enrollment is here. Will your doctor remain in network for 2026? Get a free review from needpartc.com. KDKA Radio News Time 10:04. It's 48 and overcast in Pittsburgh. AAA traffic and the AccuWeather forecast next.
It used to be the sole function for a kitchen was food preparation. We cooked in the kitchen and we dined in the dining room. But times have changed. And although today the kitchen is still where we cook, it's also where we share meals, have an important family conversation, and even help the kids with their homework.
That's right. Today's kitchens are multi-use areas and should be designed accordingly. And that's where we come in. Petite Kitchen and Bath will make your new kitchen a warm and inviting place for family and guests alike. We'll make it supremely functional and beautiful.
You know, they say the heart of any home is the family kitchen. Make your kitchen great. Discover why generations of satisfied customers have chosen Petite Kitchen and Bath Design Center.
Visit our showroom on Route 50 or call us at 412-279-2222. Haven't you waited long enough?
PA 625.
From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. My friend Ellen, what's up?
What's up is we have traffic moving very slowly as you're trying to come southbound on I-79 out of Butler County into Allegheny County. An earlier vehicle fire near the Warrendale, just south of the Warrendale on-ramp, is causing traffic troubles there. You are getting past this earlier fire. It's been extinguished, but the backups greet you before 228 southbound. So leave extra travel time if you're going to stay on 79, and obviously if you're jumping off to use Route 19 and 910 to get back to the I-79 stretch at Wexford, you're going to encounter heavy delays. Parkway East inbound is slow at Edgewood Swissvale. The Parkway West inbound is slow at the Parkway Center Mall on-ramp. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
The rest of today will be mostly cloudy, breezy, and chilly with a shower or two, the high 50 to 54. Mostly cloudy, brisk, and chilly tonight, a stray shower, low 41 to 45. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Let me tell you about this new pretzel cheddar club. Hey, I'm Carlos.
And I'm Ebony. And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Pretzel Cheddar Club
is the tangy Dijon with the pretzel bun. It takes it to a whole nother level.
It goes perfectly with the chicken and the cheddar cheese and the bacon.
Man, you know how much you love bacon. And I love the different varieties. Grilled, spicy, original. It gets you nice and excited for fall.
Order the Pretzel Cheddar Club with Cherry Berry and Sprite for a limited time on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
It's Marty Griffin on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Picture day. Well, remember in school, 2 days that stood out when I was in school. Kennywood Day and Picture Day. Do you remember Picture Day in school?
Oh, are you kidding? Women, girls get so worked up about Picture Day, which is why it's a little bit funny that a lot of the girls here were not aware it was Picture Day till they got here.
Oh. Look out in the newsroom, honey.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see Pat out there?
Uh-huh.
Pat, you hear me? Stand up real quick. Please stand up. Today's Picture Day. Pat has, honey, you remember when you were little, when we would get from our grandparents, they would wrap, stay there, Pat, we're going to comment. We would get a box, and it was a plastic box. Raz, you listen to this? On Picture Day, we would get a plastic box for Christmas, and you unwrap it, and inside the box would be a sweater, a shirt, and a tie, like from Sears or JCPenney. Pat had that box from 1959, He unpacked it today.
That's exactly right.
Right, Raz?
Yep, that's right.
He's got that silly whole box combo thing going, right?
He's got it all coordinated and going on.
Pat, it looks silly.
I think it looks sharp, Pat.
Me too.
And I'm
Go
a woman.
home, put a wife beater shirt on and come on back. What's funny is I wear a hoodie every day, but I have one nice shirt and I'm wearing it.
I know. Look at us. We're both dressed up today.
You don't count. You have a friggin' consultant and they bring you clothes. So, come on, man. You're a very special lady. TV anchor lady.
True. I wouldn't be dressed up if I wasn't going to be on TV
But the sports guys look like they just came out of a rehab. They don't care if it's picture day. Thus the radio guys. Pat, you look cute. But that's what my wife says. I find you very cute, Pat. Isn't that amazing how we start the show on picture day? The other observation, and I made it in case you're just tuning in, they changed out the chairs here. I really don't care. I stand most of the show. It kind of keeps me awake. Sometimes my content would put anyone to sleep, including myself. Actually, a couple times when I was going through chemo, I was in this chair and passed out and fell on the floor, so it helps me to stand. But they put in chairs, and they're a little shorter. Larry brought in a pink hand-knit shawl. Raz, did you see Larry's blankie?
No, I didn't. And
No.
you said that he bolstered it with cardboard?
Cardboard boxes from a dumpster at Giant Eagle.
Poor Larry.
To which I say, is this as good as it gets?
It really did look like a women's Afghan or something.
It was. What do you mean it looked like?
I mean, it's a great visual image, Larry dumpster diving.
Right. Patrick cannot tell a lie. Patrick, what was it? Patrick, the pink.
Oh, it was definitely a pink, fluffy, knitted blanket of some sort. Yeah, in fact, you had it on your live stream, didn't you?
Yeah.
Before the show. So it's there on our socials.
Oh, goodness. Oh, my.
One of my boys, Jim, showed his 7-year-old granddaughter the video feed with you, and his granddaughter said that you must be a princess, honey.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Anyway, I digress. One more thing. I had a test last night for my daughters because I'm always pushing them to do things that are kind, right?
Yes, yes.
And I learned that from my father. And I'll tell you how I did. I was too ignorant, arrogant, or know-it-all as a 16-year-old when all those things happened at the same time. And I forgot my mother's birthday, and she was very sensitive to that. My father had a meltdown, and I mean legit punching the wall kind of meltdown. And since that day, I've never forgotten a birthday or a holiday, period. And I write poems for everybody, and I take everybody shopping for gifts for you, right?
Oh, absolutely. You do it big.
And I make sure that they do the same, because I think it's important, don't you?
I do, yeah. It's a wonderful trait, and we do the same for you.
Kind of. Kind of, sort of, a little bit. Hello. But anyway, that's irrelevant. And I think this is important to kind of how I talk about family and the significance of making sure your kids learn what you learn that's good. Work ethic, family values, that kind of stuff. So last night, the girls, unsolicited, they're both at Pitt, took you out to dinner.
And so, wait, you didn't put
Said
them up to
nothing
that at
about
all?
it. Nothing about
Wow, okay.
And then there were two big questions. Number one, where would you go? And this pizza joint that you raved about. But number two, who would pay? Because oftentimes kids, quote unquote, take you out and then they hand you the bill, right?
Right.
That did not happen, did it?
No, and I had texted you. I'm like, what do you think I should do? I've never done this before. I mean, they texted me and said, we want to take you out to dinner for your birthday. So I'm like, well, that usually means that person's paying. But I'm the mom, so that's a little different. But yeah, no, they straight out took the check. And they, in addition to that, gave me a personalized gift, the sweetest card.
Had me crying.
Me too now. It was very
point
sweet.
is they learn, it's not by osmosis. They learn by watching. And they learn by you telling them, we're going to the store with a list and buying mom gifts. We're writing mom cards. Right? This because I order them to do this because I was ordered to do it. And now it's instinctive.
So
it's
after
natural.
doing it for 18 or 20 years, as they've done, now that's what they do. They understand the importance. It makes somebody feel good. It made me feel wonderful.
Exactly. And it's how our kids learn to live their lives.
It's showing somebody love.
Right on. Steve Mazur's one of my boys. Since you're older, I'll take you out to lunch on your birthday. Only if it's soft foods. So let's get into the meat of this. And I want to play a clip, and then we're going to break this down. This is important stuff. Listen to the governor yesterday. Listen. Shapiro.
Time for showing up for work only 35 days. I think that's offensive to the good people of Pennsylvania who work every day, and they work their tails off, especially in communities like this. And by the way, they get paid full-time for showing up for work only 35 days. I think that's offensive to the good people of Pennsylvania who work every day, and they work their tails off, especially in communities like this.
Okay? So, We're going to take a break. He's irritated that they don't have a budget. Do they only work 35 days? And how much do they actually make? You're going to be blown away by how much they actually make. It's an insane number. It's the largest legislature in America. You got to hear this stuff. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. My friend Ellen, what's up?
Well, thanks, Marty. The big traffic story continues to be what's happening on I-79 coming southbound out of Butler County toward Allegheny County. An earlier vehicle fire is extinguished, but as crews still work with that, you're only getting past it in one lane southbound on I-79. It's just south of the Warrendale interchange, and it's where Wexford Run Road goes over the interstate. So about mile marker 75, 75.1, and the backups are very heavy, stacking before the Route 228 interchange. If you're going to use 19 as an alternate, not a bad idea. Just expect heavy traffic there. And on 910 heading westbound to reconnect with 79 southbound. Parkway West inbound stacks right around the Parkway Center Mall. On-ramp Parkway East inbound is at Edgewood Swissvale. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Your car is not worth much? Well, think again. At Memorial Highway Chevrolet, we are giving you the highest possible price on your trade-in. No matter the make, model, or year, we want it. Plus, with inventory moving fast and bonuses at an all-time high, there's never been a better time to trade up. Whether you're upgrading or just curious what your car is worth, now is the time to act because these trade-in values won't last forever. Visit memorialdeals.com or come visit us at 2430 Lebanon Church Road in West Mifflin. Memorial Highway Chevrolet. We're dealing.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
So, two things. My sis Barb is 2.5 years into her battle with pancreatic cancer, and they gave her a year to live. Just saying. She credits the wonderful care at UPMC, and I credit her courage along with that for keeping her alive. And my boy Norm, one of my closest friends, just went through months of chemo, also UPMC, and he credits the staff and the wonderful people there for keeping him alive. UPMC, life-changing, life-saving information.
Why would you ask a financial advisor permission to spend your own retirement money? There's something wrong with this system. Tune in for a different kind of retirement show with Greg Ayler, now at a new time, Saturdays at 5 on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
You've still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it hard to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Experience, leadership, equity, and integrity represent how Sheriff Kevin Krause effectively serves Allegheny County. Paul Martino here, supporting the re-election of Allegheny County Sheriff Kevin Krause. Kevin's proven commitment to public safety, his exemplary law enforcement principles, and his decades of local law enforcement service are key reasons to re-elect him as sheriff.
I'm Sheriff Kevin Krause. I'd be honored to earn your vote on November 4th.
Paid for by Friends of Kevin Krause for sheriff.
UPMC, life-saving, life-changing information. Wonderful.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
And by the way, they get paid full-time for showing up for work only 35 days. I think that's offensive to the good people of Pennsylvania who work every day, and they work their tails off, especially in communities like this.
So what's that mean, 35 days? Here's what it means. Number of days They've been in session since they introduced the budget February 4th, 260 days ago. In 260 days, they held 35 session days. Okay? For what it's worth, from the governor's office, the fewest number of session days of any full-time legislature in the country. And Kim Ward, who's a friend and I love her, who's kind of angry about that, says this. He doesn't know how to decipher that because it's not the soundbite he wants. What he should look at is how much they're working outside of Harrisburg. And he ought to take a look at his lieutenant governor, his attendance, how much he works in Harrisburg. His lieutenant governor is the president of the Senate and is flying around the state on taxpayer money, putting his face in front of cameras. This is Kim Ward about the governor. Not in Harrisburg, saying we are not in Harrisburg, saying he's a hypocrite. Meantime, Andy Sheehan did a fantastic report on this very issue, how long they've been out, but even bigger, how big this body is and how much it costs. Sheehan joins us this morning. Good morning, Andy. How are you?
Morning, Marty.
You did this.
203 state legislators, state representatives, 50 senators. That's 253 full-time representatives of the Commonwealth. Each are making a base salary of $110,000. Each get a $200 per diem. They get health care for life, and they get generous pensions, which, none of us are getting anymore, to the tune of $4,000, $5,000 a month for life.
And Andy, did you drill this down to the cost of about $1 million per legislator, and how did you do that?
Well, each one gets gets all that stuff. Plus, they have two offices, at least two offices. Some of them have more. They have an office in Harrisburg, and then they have an office in their district. Some of them have two offices in their district. So they have to hire staff, and they give them the same kind of generous benefits that they're getting. So you pencil it out, in raw numbers, it comes to about $1 million a year. It's $400 million a year, on paper to fund the legislature.
That's incredible, Andy. And compared to California, they have 400 million people. We only have 13 million, and they have less than half the size of our legislature, which is crazy. What are the efforts? Where are the efforts going right now to try and reduce the legislature?
Well, there have been, efforts to try to reduce it for, 15, 20 years, and each one of them gets shot down. The last time they tried, they almost came within, a vote of getting it. What they have to do is they have to pass a referendum question, the wording of a referendum question. Do you want to reduce the size of the Pennsylvania legislature? Put that in front of the public, and 90% of the public is going to say absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
But they have to pass this question for 2 sessions, and then it would go on the ballot. And it got through one session, and then it lost in the second session. That would have been back in 2013. The latest effort, Representative Valerie Gatos has had a similar question bill in front of her committee since 2019. Can't get it out of committee.
Wow.
So it's been 5 years since she's put that up, and I did an interview with Senator Boscola, and she's got a new bill, and Gatos and her are going to work together to try to get it done, try to get at least a floor vote sometime in the next year, but the chances of that are, what they've always been. Not good.
But Andy, as you say, now would be the time because people are hacked off about them sitting around for 4 months.
Absolutely. I mean, you go. I took the trip down there, and I don't go to Harrisburg very often, but it is bigger than Capitol Hill. I mean,
wow.
We got exhausted. I was with photographer Jeremy Stockdale, and we walked around Harrisburg. They got the K. Leroy Irvis office building and this office building. We were exhausted trying to talk to 4 legislatures. legislators. You go, you walk a mile. It's this big sprawling campus. They got the House of Representatives in session. None of them have any say in this budget talks. It's all done between
4 people.
2 and 3. Well, 4 people, but this thing is now down to like 3 people.
Yep.
Down to Jay Costa and Kim Ward and Shapiro.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
Well, and isn't there an argument that it causes more problems because there are so many people trying to, fight for their districts and all these smaller issues? If you did have fewer people, it might simplify a lot of these issues and maybe make it easier to come to some sort of agreement?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Colorado has a hard time. This is the largest full-time legislature in the country. Like you said,
Texas every 2 years.
Wow.
Every 2 years. California, they have 80 reps and they have 40 senators. It's 3 times the size of our state. Smaller is better. Represent larger districts. These guys.
$1 million a pop, brother.
Right?
$1 million a pop. Aggravating as hell.
I mean, it sounds like the problem is they don't want to vote themselves out of office. I mean, hence the problem.
Absolutely. Absolutely. They don't want that. I mean,
come on,
would
brother.
you?
No. Andy Sheehan, great reporting, brother. Great reporting. You're the man. Love
Take care.
It's great stuff. It will never happen. Never.
Right, because they want to keep the gravy train going.
$1 million a year. 35 days they've been in session. 35 days. Do the math.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. All the time I'm talking about auto accidents, big crashes, big wrecks. Call 1-800-GET-PHIL or 412-281-5005. Look, Phil DeLucente and Associates, they're in Pittsburgh. They give free, that's right, free consultations. Phil and Ken Nolan, his partner, handle auto cases. I've worked with them a lot. So call 1-800-GET-PHIL. Call Ken Nolan and Phil DeLucente now at 1-800-GET-PHIL today. They're the best, folks.
Have some exterior home improvement problems and just don't know who to call? Call PJ Fitzpatrick to diagnose and fix your problems. PJ will come to your home with a complete shop on their truck, and they can fix it all on the same day. Poorly sealed windows, overflowing gutters, rotted trim, and leaking roofs. This is the time to call the home repair experts at PJ Fitzpatrick. No job too big or too small. Visit them at trustpj.com. With over 45 years of experience, they'll fix it right the first time. Visit trustpj.com and stay off the ladders.
If you're drowning in IRS debt and can't afford to pay, then you need to take advantage of special IRS tax programs that are available and free yourself from IRS collection efforts once and for all. Due to the financial hardship consumers are facing throughout the country, the Internal Revenue Service has made it easier to settle delinquent tax problems. An open phone line has been established by Community Tax for consumers to call and see if they qualify. Take down this number or store it in your cell phone, but call the Community Tax Helpline at 800-536-9607. If you owe back taxes to the IRS and cannot afford to pay them back, or even if you have years of unfiled tax returns, there's no need to fear anymore. But you have to call the Community Tax Helpline today at 800-536-9607 for the help that you need. Don't take on the IRS alone. They can attack your wages, savings, pension, home, and even your Social Security check. Call 800-536-9607 for your free consultation and to see if you qualify. That's 800-536-9607.
Honey, I found the perfect place for my parents and us.
Where?
St. Barnabas. For us, the Woodlands Carriage Home Community. And for my parents, condominium-style living at the Village. My folks will love the Village. There's an indoor mall with shops, restaurants, and more. And we can relax, knowing they're safe and secure.
That's what I plan to do when we move to St. Barnabas. Relax.
Call 724-444-5568 or visit stbarnabascommunities.com.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
48 and overcast at 10:30. I'm Paul Rasmussen. President Donald Trump says he'll meet with Democratic leaders to discuss their demand for extending tax subsidies for Affordable Care Act premiums, but under one condition.
I would love to meet. I would like to meet with both of them, but I set one little caveat. I will only meet if they let the country open. They have to let the country open.
Democrats say they want to meet with the president before he leaves for an Asia summit on Friday. A driver rammed a car into a White House barricade last night. The Secret Service says the incident happened a few minutes after 10:30 p.m., and the driver was arrested immediately. Secret Service agents and Metropolitan Police officers checked the vehicle out and said there was no further threat. The search for Cherry Mahan, the 8-year-old girl who went missing from a bus stop in Butler County in 1985, brought law enforcement to Armstrong County Tuesday. State police and the FBI were seen digging along River Road in South Buffalo Township. It is unknown what led them to the scene or if anything was found. There is no suspect in Mahan's disappearance, but sources say there are persons of interest. A Los Angeles-based investment group could lose its largest asset, Gateway Center, to a loan default and foreclosure. The Pittsburgh Business Times reports lenders have filed a foreclosure notice against Hertz Investment Group, giving the company 10 days to respond. Gateway Center has an outstanding debt balance of $84 million. Several Allegheny County 911 operators were recognized at last night's council meeting. County Executive Sarah Innamorato joined members of council to present a proclamation to the dispatchers who rendered aid to accident victims following a wrong-way crash on the Parkway West in Robinson back on October 11th. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 138 points at 46,787. The Nasdaq is down 164 and the S&P down 23 points. KDKA Radio News Time, 10:32. Our next update at 11 on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
Hello, this is Lester Botkin, Chief Investment Officer of Botkin Family Wealth Management. After I finished my service in the Marine Corps in 2006, I joined the trainee program of a Wall Street brokerage. I'll admit, those were some of the unhappiest days of my life. The financial crisis was dawning, and I was trying to survive a cutthroat environment that included cold calling on speakerphone in a room of my peers while markets plummeted and my firm raised their fees. After 8 years, Dad, Sarah, and I took a risk. We walked away from the relentless corporate mandates and opened the doors to our family-owned firm where we could put our clients' needs first. Best decision we ever made. Firms turn over all the time. Advisors turn over. We don't. We're headquartered in the South Hills of Pittsburgh. We live here and we work here in the building that we bought together. We take pride in offering personalized, caring service to our clients. It's our family helping your family. Find out more at botkinfamilywealth.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Woo, yeah. It's Marty. I love the cool weather, folks. It's October, crisp mornings, cool evenings. Folks, winter's coming. You know what I'm thinking of? Windows. Time for Universal Windows Direct. Check this out. Right now, 2 windows, get 2 free. No limit. 0% financing for 3 years. Insane. Top it off. Get an extra $500 off your entire home improvement project when you schedule this month. I love this company. 412-545-6003. UniversalWindowsDirect.com. Remember, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Custom made, professional team installing them. Guaranteed expert installation. UniversalWindowsDirect.com. Wonderful windows, wonderful company. Check it out.
House stealing. It's a nightmare that's real. It's the FBI's term for thieves stealing your home's title and draining your equity. Just one fake document filed with a recorder, and scammers can own your home on paper, drain your equity, and do it all without you even knowing. Imagine waking up to a foreclosure or eviction notice. Listen to former title thief Matt Cox.
What people don't realize is the ease in which this crime can happen. I can take the deed to your house and I can transfer that deed into my name. It's a great crime, and it's happening all the time.
So how can you stop the nightmare and protect yourself? Find out if you're already a victim now at HomeTitleLock.com. Use promo code RADIO and get a 30-day free trial of their $1 million triple lock protection, a title scan, and access to a title specialist, a $250 value. Don't wait. Go to HomeTitleLock.com now, promo code RADIO.
From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty? Is we continue to have traffic tied in double knots if you're trying to come out of the Butler County area heading southbound on I-79 toward Allegheny County. An earlier vehicle fire has been extinguished, but traffic is only getting past this and a single lane of travel. It's at mile marker 75.1 right around the Wexford Run Road overpass. A lot of folks are using 19 and 910 as an alternate to get back to 79 southbound at the Wexford interchange. In any case, please leave extra time as you travel there. Parkway East inbound is slow only at Edgewood Swissvale. You'll line up on the Parkway West right around the runaway truck sand pile before the Fort Pitt tunnels. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Mostly cloudy, breezy, and quite cool for the rest of today with a shower around, the high 50 to 54. Mostly cloudy, brisk and chilly tonight with a passing shower, though 41 to 45. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Check this out. Hofstad's Oakmont, one of my boy JK spots, has the Thanksgiving dinner for you. Dinner for 6. They make it. Orders have to be in by November 4th. Everything, salad, turkey, all the meat, stuffing, gravy, and dessert right there. Don't worry. Instructions for reheating included. Give thanks and eat good food from Hofstad's. Hofstad's rocks. JK won't mind if you tell your family you cooked it yourself. Hofstad's Thanksgiving. Check it out.
A trial is 99% preparation, and nobody prepares better than us. Get the good guys, Goodrich and Geist.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
All right, we've made it through halfway. So, great show today, 2 to 6. Colin Dunlap right here on this Wednesday, KDK.
Sometimes the ignorance and arrogance in politics just defies logic. It just does. Sometimes the ignorance just shows the low IQ levels of some of these so-called leaders, and I wonder how the hell they got elected. Sometimes their ignorance and arrogance is destructive and flat-out divisive, leading into what this so-called congressman from the Harrisburg area said about Chris DeLuzio. Scott Perry, Harrisburg guy, said, and I'm going to read this verbatim, I find this to be ignorant. It wouldn't be any pressure on Democrats in terms of strategy, the change of the Department of Defense, all this kind of stuff. It wouldn't be any pressure on Democrats anyhow because they hate the military. That's only a credential that they get when they want to run for office, he said on this show last week. They join the military, they serve a little bit, they get the credential, and then they run for office and wear the uniform and say, look at me, I support America. But let's face it, all their votes say they don't support America, end quote. Ignorant, arrogant, and just idiotic. And I'll tell you why. He probably should have checked in with Chris DeLuzio, who served in the military, who served in a war. And honestly, I sent him a text last night and said, this is so ignorant, and asked him to come on today. I know you're not the kind of guy that gets angry or wants to choke someone, Congressman, but I would, because I find this to be divisive and ignorant and arrogant, as I've said 6 times. Thanks for joining us, sir. Go ahead.
Hey, Marty. Thanks for having me on. And look, ignorant and arrogant is probably the nicest thing I could say about what Scott Perry said about veterans who happen to be Democrats. I mean, look, I served with people in both parties who wore the uniform, several of whom served in our country's wars. I'm not going to take a lecture from a guy like him who tried to overthrow the 2020 election, who was willing to break his oath to the Constitution because he thought that somebody not named Joe Biden should be president. You know what? That kind of stuff is dangerous. And I look at this like, look, I represent Democrats, Republicans, Independents, all of us do. There are good, patriotic, decent people all over this country we might disagree with. But to smear the veterans in your district who happen to be Democrats and to say the kind of crap he said, excuse my language, about him. It's nasty stuff. It tells me exactly why this guy ought to lose next year. I'm going to do everything I can to make sure he does.
Me too.
And Congressman, it just seems like the level of conversation going on now between Republicans and Democrats has gotten so low as we're trying to figure out how to get some sort of compromise on a budget. I mean, this can only make things worse.
I think that's right. Let me say this, too. Look, there's a group of us who are veterans in the House. There are some Democrats and there are Republicans. We're in this four-country caucus, all veterans who try to find some places to work together. You know who's not in that group? Scott Perry, the congressman you're talking about. And that tells you something. And I think the kind of language and rhetoric coming out of him is the problem. And it's in the way of us doing what's right for the country. I mean, we can have our disagreements about health care and what has to happen on these tax credits. I think we have to extend them. I want to get the government back open. But, man, the kind of language coming out of Scott Perry here is just dangerous stuff. And I think you saw out of me and my fellow Democratic congressmen, we're not going to take a lecture on service to country and patriotism from a guy who tried to overthrow our Constitution, which is what he did after the 2020 election.
Plus, my man, you're an academy guy. I mean, you served in a war, man. I mean, it's your whole life. I mean, you've sacrificed, and you love it, and you're a patriot. He's telling the world that you're a liar, that this is all a front, and that you're a phony, that you ran just for the facade. That, my friend, would hack me off, too, as it did you, didn't it?
Yeah, and my buddy Pat Ryan, who's a congressman from New York, West Pointer, served, a lot, sacrificed a lot for this country. He said it best in his response to this. He said, say it to my face, and if he did, I'd remind him that I'm a patriot and that he's an oath breaker. And I think that sums it up pretty well.
Do you know him at all, this guy?
A little bit. And look, I try to work, as you know, in the delegation, Democrat or Republican. Guy Reschenthal and I just did some work together, really important for the Montgomery locks and dams in Beaver County. I work with both our senators. I work with who I need to. But this is, I think Scott Perry's in a league of his own. And really, I think the voters there are going to send him packing next year.
Well, it's interesting because I think the veterans are often one of the areas where actually Republicans and Democrats can come together and have in the past because they are so important to our community. I mean, we thank all of them, including you, for your service. And that's one thing that typically I've seen Republicans and Democrats can come together on.
Yeah, and one of the things I sometimes talk about is no one has a monopoly on loving this country, left or right, Republican or Democrat. Nobody does. Let's have our disagreements. That's healthy. But this idea that you're going to say that someone who happens to be a Democrat no longer gets to be proud of their service, or they don't get to claim love of country in the same way that you do, it's crazy on its own. And when you tack on top of it the way this guy tried to overthrow our government and his support for those who tried violently on January 6th, and let me remind you, he was one of maybe 20 members of the House who voted against awarding the congressional gold medals to the cops who defended the Capitol on January 6th. I mean, it's just crazy stuff.
Hey, logistics, do you see him in the hall? Might sound like a dumb question, but do you?
The way, I serve on the Transportation Infrastructure Committee with him, and so I'll see him there. And the place where most of us see other members is on the floor around votes.
What would you say to him if you saw him in the hall today, sir?
I'm not sure I can repeat it on the radio. I get you in trouble. I'm a Navy guy. We can cuss a little bit. I'm sorry.
I've been around Chris a lot, and he's the ultimate family man, the ultimate veteran, the ultimate government public servant. And I saw this and got hacked off. And the only thing I can say about this guy is he gave up his salary like you have during the shutdown. That's the only thing I can give him because he did do that.
I think that's a responsible thing to do. And I can say that about someone who's my political opponent. Doesn't make him my enemy. But still, I got real problems with the way this guy talked about veterans and really smeared a lot of his constituents.
What'd your wife say?
Also can't repeat on the
radio. My man. Congressman, you're the man. Truth to power. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me on.
He's a stand-up guy. He really is.
Yeah.
I've been around him a lot, and he's a leader, man. He's a family man. He's committed to government. He's committed to people. He works with Fetterman, McCormick. he works with Reschenthaler, and this commentary is just flat out ignorant by definition. And I challenge anyone to prove me wrong. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser Ellen Gamble. What's up?
What's up, Marty? As we have eyes live on the I-79 situation coming out of Butler County into Allegheny County. At times, you have traffic being able to get past there in 2 lanes, certainly always in 1 lane now, past this earlier vehicle fire just south of the Wexford Run Road overpass. So it's right around mile 75.1. Traffic is easing because it is moving, but it's still quite heavy, backing almost to the 228 area in the Cranberry Township interchange there. So very busy, very slow, extra time. A great idea for you if you have to travel that way. 79 on the northbound ride, by the way, is moving fine. Parkway East and Parkway West both just have minor delays approaching their respective tunnels, Squirrel Hill and Ford Pit. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
What does living your best nonstop life mean to you? Cheering on your team at that big game? A music festival with friends? A family vacation? Or maybe a vacation from your family? Live your best nonstop life with low fares and nonstop flights only at Allegiant.com.
Non-stop flights from Pittsburgh to Sarasota Bradenton, one way for as low as $57. Must be purchased by 12/3/2025 for travel between 10/28/2025 and 5/17/2026. Seats and dates are limited. Restrictions apply. See Allegiant.com for details.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. Covered by JP Roofing and Siding. Pittsburgh's #1 platinum roofing company. While you sleep, there are people you've never met who are working hard to make your morning. People who get up at ungodly hours to make sure you get the information you want while you sleep. People who dedicate their lives to make yours better while you sleep. These people come together during the Big K Morning Show with Larry Richard, 5:30 to 10 in the morning, to make sure you have the best news, traffic, and weather to start your day. Wake up to your friends. Weekday mornings on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Marty here on behalf of MediConnect. You a veteran or close to or over the age of 65? Call MediConnect. You may be missing out on Medicare benefits that you've earned for your service. MediConnect is a top-rated local company that will match you with the right Medicare plan that fits your needs. 5-star Google-rated MediConnect. Call 888-818-6334. MediConnect. It's Medicare made simple. It's an absolutely amazing company. MediConnect.
I'm with Rocco Florio of AirPro Heating and Cooling, a trusted HVAC company that carries quality Bryant products and serves the entire Pittsburgh area. Rocco, what's up on prices for furnaces and air conditioning equipment?
Larry, it's best for people to purchase now, as equipment prices are going up in the coming months. AirPro takes pride in our prices. We are lower than the competition and provide financing options and long warranties.
Call AirPro Heating and Cooling today at 800-749-0642. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Here's a harsh fact. 40% of women and almost 20% of men suffer from varicose or spider veins. And if you think this is just a cosmetic problem, think again. Varicose or spider veins, if left untreated, can lead to swollen or discolored legs, cramping, the inability to stand or walk, neuropathy, even worse, blood clots, which can travel to other parts of your body. But here's the good news. Advanced Medical Vein Treatment Centers offers plans that treat and cure the condition, not just cover up. Grab your phone, take down this number, and call 800-587-1248. That's 800-587-1248. When you call, you'll get free information on how you can live your life to the fullest again. Walk, exercise, sleep well. Your vein problems will not go away on their own, and in time can lead to major health issues. Call Advanced Medical Vein today for free information on fast and easy solutions that are covered by most insurance plans, Medicare included. Call 800-587-1248. That's 800-587-1248 today.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. Is your house ready for these changing seasons? Did you notice loose shingles, siding, or drafty windows? Is your deck wearing out? Call Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Deck. Sam and Calvin. They're great. You know how important family is to me. I love this family. The Cousins are talented, they're local, and they're honest. Call Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks now to get your project scheduled. 989-COUSINS. Check out their work at callthecousins.com. They're amazing. I saw my friend, the owner of Coit, Donald Sebastian, literally sitting in a barbershop Saturday. I said, Donald, Your people at Coit are amazing. He said, check this out, Marty. Right now we have a 50% off drapery cleaning, 35% off all other Coit cleaning services. Full takedown, unmatched service, cleaning, rehanging, all of it. Call Coit, 1-800-FOR-COIT. 1-800-FOR-COIT. 50% off drapery cleaning, 35% off all other Coit services.
Here's your Jill on Money question of the day.
Vanessa from North Carolina asks, I bought life insurance for my young children to also use as a savings vehicle for college. Now I'm starting to think I made a mistake. What are my options? Well, Vanessa, no need to panic. Your instinct is probably right. Life insurance for college is usually not the best game plan. The first step is to call the insurance company to make sure you've got a clear picture of any potential tax consequences for blowing out of the policies. Once you have the proceeds, the best account to use for college is a 529 plan. I hope that helps.
Have a question? Go to JillOnMoney.com.
Sponsored by Progressive. We make the claims process easy, so you can get back on the road in no time. It's why over 43 million drivers trust Progressive. See for yourself at Progressive.com.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I think these politicians, both parties, they get on these friggin' idiotic podcasts and they think they're somehow isolated from the free world. And they sound like idiots when they're just kind of playing to the crowd. I'm not defending the guy, but for him to suggest that Democrats who served in the military hate the military and hate America and it's all a ruse, it's ignorant, man. He should not be in office. If that's the way he thinks, then he needs help and certainly needs a good church home because he sounds like an idiot. And Patrick, because he's the man, found the clips of him actually saying this. Listen to this guy. Listen to this.
There wouldn't be any pressure on Democrats anyhow because they hate the military. That's only a credential that they get when they want to run for office. They join the military, they serve a little bit, they get the credential, and then they run for office and wear the uniform and say, look at me, I support America. But
play it again, please.
Well, it wouldn't be any pressure on Democrats anyhow because they hate the military. That's only a credential that they get when they want to run for office. They join the military, they serve a little bit, they get the credential, and then they run for office and wear the uniform and say, look at me, I support America. But
yeah, I mean, I think they go on a podcast and no one else but their audience is listening.
Right.
But nowadays, everything's out there. And I mean, there are a lot of Democrats who are veterans and veterans who are Democrats who I'm sure are thinking this makes no sense.
Well, DeLuzio went to the Naval Academy. You know how hard that is? It's insane.
I mean, most of these Democrats who are legislators served in the military long before and had other careers before they were in public service as elected officials.
DeLuzio's a combat veteran. Do you understand that? I mean, honey, it just shows you. I cannot vote for that guy. If I'm in that district, there's no way in hell.
Yeah, he represents the Harrisburg area, like kind of that York County area near Harrisburg.
But on a grander scale, honey, he represents hate. That's hate right there. That's a bald-faced lie. And again, both sides say these idiotic things. I've seen AOC say some stuff that made me throw up in my own mouth. I get all of it. This whole notion that Trump's ruining D.C. and destroying the White House, I get it. It's all silly rhetoric. But the thing about guys like DeLuzio that I admire, if you spend time with him, he's legit, man. The sacrifices they make, the threats on his life. I mean, our daughter worked for him this summer, and there were legit, real threats. People saying, I'm going to come there and hurt some people. And Chris says, to hell with you, I'm fighting the fight. I'm an American. I'm a veteran. I went to war. You know what I'm saying? I just can't understand the end game there. What's the end game?
Well, that's what's frustrating, I think, at this time when we're trying to find some way for two parties to compromise, that this kind of rhetoric comes out, which only makes things harder.
He'll never like him again.
Right. How are you
Honestly.
supposed to work together?
Right. Why would you help him with anything? Ever. And I would want to kick his ass if I'm DeLuzio. I mean that, because that's kind of a macho, I'm a military guy. And to get through the Naval Academy, to even get in, you got to be a badass. We know a couple kids from Mount Lebanon and we hear firsthand about.
It's very difficult.
And
Very
they're
difficult.
jocks, too.
All military.
But
all
these
of it.
academy guys are elite, and
Yeah.
and then he
definitely-
goes to war, and then he makes it. One more time, play this clip. It's so obnoxious.
Well, it wouldn't be any pressure on Democrats anyhow because they hate the military. That's only a credential that they get when they want to run for office. They join the military, they serve a little bit, they get the credential, and then they run for office and wear the uniform and say, look at me, I support America.
Wow.
So is he saying that about the same thing for Republicans who've been in the military too? I mean, it makes no sense.
One of my boys said Scott Perry beat Eugene DePasquale. I did not remember that. He was actually from that area, York.
Oh, right.
DePasquale was the Auditor General. He did a fantastic job.
Mm-hmm.
He's back here. He's now head of the Democratic Party. He's actually working in Phil DeSantis' law firm. I generally don't say this about politicians. I hope he loses. I hope he gets his ass kicked. I hope he ends up in the unemployment line where he belongs, with some job that has no influence, because that's not what leaders do. You don't call out men and women who dedicate their lives to the military and pretty much say they're a fraud and they hate the military, and it's all this ruse to try and have some kind of credential. It's ignorant, and as you said, it's destructive to America and what we're trying to accomplish here.
It's the little things, the information you need, people you know. The little things that make a big difference. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
The Village at St. Barnabas. The perfect place for mom.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody. Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
Well, I will be at Diamonds Direct this weekend, and I'll be checking out the best salesman they have. Salesperson, Melanie. She's unbelievable. So my daughter, Sophia, turning 21. We got to start looking. And Diamonds Direct is the spot. And check this out. This weekend at Diamonds Direct, they've got this showcase for one of the top jewelry designers, Simon G. 2 days. This weekend. Showroom filled with expanded assortment of these signature pieces. And folks, gorgeous stuff. Iconic engagement rings for fashion-forward jewelry. You won't find it anywhere else. And check this out, the service. My wife had a ring size there, had a little diamond replaced, and they did it because they love to help people. It's an amazing business. Right there McKnight Road, right across at the entrance to the Ross Park Mall. Diamonds Direct. Check it out.
Medicare can be a maze, but it doesn't have to be. I'm Lisa Loro with Secure Money Health, and I wrote the Ultimate Medicare book to guide you through every step. I've helped many people understand their Medicare benefits, and I would love to help you too. Learn the strategies that make Medicare manageable and ensure you're making the best choices for your health and finances. Visit MedicareBookOffer.com and grab your complimentary copy today. That's MedicareBookOffer.com.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 47 degrees and mostly cloudy at 11 o'clock. I'm Paul Rasmussen. Governor Josh Shapiro lashed out at state Senate Republicans yesterday for passing a budget bill. News Radio KDKA's David Ballarado has more.
Speaking at EOS Energy's Turtle Creek plant, where it just announced a $353 million expansion, Governor Shapiro took aim at state senators, who approved a roughly $48 billion spending plan on Tuesday, which Shapiro said is not even serious.
I mean, it's a joke. It doesn't actually meet the obligations of this Commonwealth. It's a gimmick. And it's not designed to be serious or get the job done.
The Senate budget is about $2 billion below what the House passed last month. The governor also said it was an insult to hardworking Pennsylvanians that the Senate has only been in session for 35 days since he presented his budget back on February 4th. David Ballarado, News Radio, KDKA.
Senate President Kim Ward responded to the governor's remarks, saying he has been unable to bring the parties together, so instead he flies around the state pointing fingers. In a statement, the Westmoreland County Republican said the governor wants a budget that spends billions more than projected revenue and will guarantee tax increases. Westmoreland County is running out of cash to fund human services. Now leaders are turning to the state for a multi-million-dollar loan. Here's News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush.
Westmoreland County is applying for a $14 million loan from the state treasury to keep critical human services running amid the ongoing budget stalemate. The county hasn't received state funding since June, and reserves are nearly gone after covering care for seniors, children with special needs, and other vulnerable residents. Officials say none of the 168 service providers have missed payments yet, but outreach services have been halted. Furloughs, hiring freezes, and spending cuts are already in place. The Tribune Review reports taxpayers could face interest payments up to 4.5%. Tamira Rush, News Radio, KDKA.
PennDOT is reporting progress on its wrong-way detection project on Route 28. District 11 Executive Jason Zhang says this life-saving project is about 75% complete.
When somebody gets on the road going the wrong way, it usually does end up in a fatality. So it is a very serious problem. I mean, this project is not going to eliminate that unless you put a barrier up to physically block the ramp. You can't guarantee that somebody's still not going to go the wrong way, but hopefully this helps.
On the Big K Morning Show, Zhang said the project should wrap up in the spring. A patching project on Route 28 in Butler County, scheduled this week, has been pushed back for 5 days. This work on 28 between exits 16 and 17 in Buffalo Township, now scheduled for Monday and Tuesday. PennDOT says traffic will be reduced to one lane as the work is done during daylight hours. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 83 points at 46,842. The NASDAQ down 100 points. The S&P is down 12 now. KDKA Sports, the Pens have the night off. They're looking to keep a 3-game win streak alive when they play the Florida Panthers tomorrow night. The news is brought to you by P.J. Fitzpatrick. For your home's window, siding, doors, and bath, trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time, 11:03. It's 47 and overcast in Pittsburgh. AAA traffic in the AccuWeather forecast next.
Do you have experience working on Class 8 heavy-duty trucks? Consider a career with PGT Trucking Maintenance. PGT is now hiring experienced diesel fuel mechanics in Midland and Blairsville, PA. Support the fleet by helping to maintain PGT's late-model equipment, including International and Peterbilt tractors. Technicians should be able to complete a preventative maintenance inspection. Experience in the trucking industry is preferred. Call 1-800-TEAM-PGT or apply online at pgttrucking.com/work.
This year's senior class is back at homecoming, reunited and protected with mNEXSpike, the new COVID-19 vaccine from Moderna for adults 65 and older. That's because these seniors know they face the highest risk of severe COVID. Mnexspike, COVID-19 vaccine mRNA, is a COVID-19 vaccine for people 65 and older and for 12 to 64-year-olds at high risk for severe COVID. You shouldn't get Mnexspike if you've had an allergic reaction to a previous Moderna COVID-19 vaccine. Rare cases of inflammation of the heart muscle and outer lining have been reported. Common side effects include pain at the injection site, tiredness, headache, muscle or joint pain, chills, nausea, vomiting, and underarm swelling or soreness. Mnexspike may not protect everyone. This year's senior class came ready with a COVID-19 vaccine that helps them keep showing up. Mnexspike from Moderna, here for the senior class. Visit mnexspike.com to schedule your vaccine today. That's mnexspike.com.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA traffic powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up, my friend?
Marty, I-79 continues to just be a real bugger for folks who are trying to get out of Butler County and come southbound toward Allegheny County. The earlier vehicle fire extinguished near Wexford Run Road overpass. That's just south of Warrendale. Traffic's getting by in a single lane, but doing so very slowly. And you have the delays that back you toward the Cranberry interchange as you travel there. You could find some backups on the Parkway East. A reminder, you could have traffic stoppages of up to 15 minutes at a time on that particular route as you approach the Squirrel Hill tunnels anytime today between now and 2 p.m. as crews deliver steel beams to the Commercial Street Bridge project. They'll have to stop traffic westbound when they bring those beams into the construction zone, and they'll be back again tomorrow with those deliveries between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. as well. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Campbell on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred roofing replacement contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Breezy and rather chilly for the rest of today with plenty of clouds, even a passing shower or two, the high 50 to 54. Remaining mostly cloudy, brisk and chilly tonight with a shower around low 41 to 45. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
If you want thick, healthy, gorgeous hair, then you need Hair Volume from New Nordic. Available online at Amazon and NewNordicUSA.com or in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
He's live, he's local, he's Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's actually a very interesting time in America for consumers. A lot of things happening with the budget shutdown. And then combine that with food costs have gone up. So the big box stores, the big chains are talking about a Thanksgiving. Giant Eagle has a program where you get a free turkey. You get so many points, you buy so many groceries, which is very cool. I think they gave out a couple 100,000 turkeys last year. Walmart has some $40 Thanksgiving dinner thing for $10, they say. Aldi doing the same thing. And the reason why is folks are feeling what I would describe as food stress, food pressure, because of prices, because of the economy, because of furloughs. So, with this federal government shutdown on October 10th, this is crazy. Pennsylvanians who are on the SNAP program, it's about 2 million people, which I had no idea was that big, will lose their benefits in November. In Allegheny County, it's crazy, actually. 300,000 people in the 11-county western Pennsylvania area served by the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank lose food stamps. That's a big, big deal. And then they say, the good news, when this restarts, the benefits will be retroactive. To that point, and Patrick pointed this out this morning, doesn't help them today. And I had to grab one of my boys, one of the best out there who knows so much about this and really cares a lot. Brian Gulish with the Food Bank. Good morning, brother. How are you? Can't hear him.
Can you hear me? Good morning, Marty.
Gotcha, brother. As if you didn't have enough stress in terms of trying to feed more and more people. This makes it even more difficult in a very food-sensitive time, doesn't it, sir?
It does. It's been an interesting year, to say the least, as you mentioned, right? Federal funding cuts to start. You've got the federal government shut down. It's a dual crisis here because we have the state budget impasse as well. Now I have individuals who, if the government's not reopened tomorrow, October 23rd is the deadline for those November benefits, they're going to be without benefits starting November 1st. The SNAP benefits, and just to add a little context to your number, those 300,000 or so individuals on SNAP here in southwestern Pennsylvania in our 11 county service area, that is $60 million a month in funding that those individuals aren't getting, including $30 million here just in Allegheny County.
Wow. What the hell are you going to do at the food bank? Seriously, man. Wow.
So we have stepped up the resources we are making available so that our neighbors have the food they need, whether that's here at our on-site pantry at the market in Duquesne, at our direct distribution sites. We are ramping up the amount of food we have on inventory. So individuals are able to, not just now, but, moving into November, and who knows how long this lasts, but the holiday season's coming up, to make sure those individuals have food so they can have stabilized lives. Because at the end of the day, like you mentioned, the retroactive pay, great, that's going to come back to them in November or whenever this ends. But right now, they need that food now.
Wow. This is very stressful, isn't it?
It is, and it's stressful in our organization, but I think try to put myself in the shoes of somebody or a family who is experiencing this. We've launched targeted outreach with federal employees, so we have had conversations with the airports, both Pittsburgh International, the county airport, FBI offices in the South Side, federal courthouse, and even FCI down in Cambria County. We are reaching out to those individuals, those 25,000 federal civilian employees who are impacted by this.
Hey, let's be clear. This isn't as if these people have all this reserve cash. This will impact them pretty quickly, will it not, sir?
Well, yeah. I mean, again, look at what happened during the pandemic. You had people who were laid off or furloughed, and within a week, you miss a paycheck or you miss two paychecks, you've got difficult decisions to make. Do you pay the mortgage? Do you pay the rent? Do you pay the car payment? Do you pay for the electricity bill? Do you pay for your medicine? Or do you pay for food? So when you're put with that type of question in front of you, a lot of people, I need a roof, I need a car, I need my medicine. So then they rely on the charitable food assistance program, which I'll just say, for every one meal that we're able to provide, SNAP provides 9 meals. So that's why SNAP is so critical in this. We can't fill the gap alone. We need SNAP and federal assistance programs like SNAP available. Because again, that's just how far those dollars go. Every one meal that we provide, SNAP provides 9.
I had no idea. That's insane. Brian Gulish with the Food Bank. Is it fair for me to say that you might be their only resource once this runs out?
For right now, and again, there's other resources out there. We're not just the one-stop shop. There's other organizations out there, but we are here. We're equipped to serve the community. I keep calling this a dual crisis. We're stable thanks to the backing of the community, the support of the community, the neighbors and families who've donated, the corporations who've supported the organization. But, we still need that continued support now more than ever. We distributed 53 million meals last year, which was 10 million more meals than the peak of the pandemic. And then you throw this on top of it and these issues that we're dealing with. And at the end of the day, we're just urging bipartisan action to end the government shutdown because our neighbors are feeling the strain more deeply each day.
Man. Brian Gulish with the Food Bank. Hey, how can folks help you so that you can manage this? How can they help the food bank?
Everybody has a power. We launched a new campaign, just so happened in September during Hunger Action Month, called The Power of You. Everyone has the agency to make change, whether you donate, whether you volunteer, whether you advocate for the work that we do. But if you just call us at 412-460-3663 or visit pittsburghfoodbank.org, you can decide which power you have. If you're able to donate, great. And every dollar that you provide provides enough food for up to 3 meals. For every 1 hour of time that you can donate as a volunteer, that hour actually equates to about 100 meals for helping us.
That's amazing.
Box food, sort food, go through food. The volunteers that we have at this organization, roughly 9,000, that equates to about 30 full-time staff members a year. So we need volunteers, we need money, and we need people who can speak and advocate for the work that we do so we can end this and we can get the support we need, not just to our organization, but our neighbors in the community.
Can you repeat, ma'am, that the food stamps around 300,000 people, how much does that equate to in terms of money?
So in the state of Pennsylvania, 2 million residents, 365 million. In our 11 county service area, the 300,000 residents, it's $60 million a month worth of value in those benefits that are going away. And again, 30 million here in Allegheny County. And I'd met internally earlier with one of our advocacy team members, and he filled me in, and I guess I could have done the math, but it's about $100 billion a year across the country that SNAP funding is out there through the USDA. So that's and you divide that by 12, that's what we're losing monthly.
Hey, are you guys prepared to handle all this? I know it was 9-1 you were saying. Are you prepared to handle this madness?
Yeah, right now, like I mentioned, we are financially, we're in a good situation.
Yeah.
But again, we're stable thanks to the community. So we need that continued support now more than ever, because depending on how long this goes out for, that's more food that we need to order. The food's more expensive. So you're going to see an uptick in demand here at the food bank. Individuals, the first 2 days of this week, the intake at our market here in Duquesne, it's double what it normally is, because we're seeing more people come in because they're feeling that strain now.
When does this happen? You said, what, in a couple of days? If this doesn't happen, then they're not going to get that check?
If the funding, if the government does not reopen tomorrow, by October 23rd,
tomorrow,
that's when the first missed payment, the payments are processed that day. So benefits for November will not be released, and the first payment will be missed on November 3rd.
Oh, wow. This is real, man. Right?
Yeah.
This is real. This is big. My man, I love to help. You tell me how we can. I don't care what you need, man. We're in. I'm serious. All right?
Yeah, we appreciate it. Opportunities like this to spread the word, create awareness for the work that we do, and hopefully reach somebody new who, again, they can use their power. So if you're listening, use your power. If you can donate $1, $10, $100, great. You can donate an hour or two, 10 of volunteer time, great. If you can use your voice and you can help us, go to our social media channels. They're all at PGH Food Bank. We put messaging out every day. Help us spread the word for the mission and the work that we do in the community.
I'm going to read a note after the break from a woman who has kids and how important this is. You got to hear this, folks. Very emotional stuff. My man Brian, fantastic as always, brother. Thank you.
Thank you, Marty.
Brian Gulish with the Food Bank. Amazing man, amazing organization. Amazing. You got to hear this note that a mother sent to me when she heard about this happening. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty? As we finally have some better news coming out of this I-79 situation in Marshall Township as crews continue to work with an earlier vehicle fire. It's been extinguished for quite some time, but now the cleanup is underway. You're finally getting past this accident or issue on 79 southbound in 2 lanes of traffic. So it's near mile marker 75.1. That's right around the Wexford Run Road overpass. You do have backing up through the Cranberry interchange with 79 and 19 and the Turnpike and 228. So extra time is still a big deal there. Make sure you leave some as you're trying to travel in that direction. Parkway West inbound, Parkway East inbound, both just minor delays before their respective tunnels right now. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
At the Pyatt family of companies, they're led by a passionate vision for the vibrant future that Pittsburgh deserves. From South Point to downtown to Esplanade, they bring bold, ambitious projects to life. That's why Pyatt Companies, Pyatt Sotheby's International Realty, Pyatt Hotel Group, and UFC Gym Pittsburgh proudly congratulate CEO Lucas Pyatt on receiving the Hometown Heroes Lifetime Achievement Visionary Award for his years of leadership. Learn more at Pyatt.com.
The time I've known Bob Tootie, his company, Tootie Mechanical, has put 400 free furnaces in homes. I'm serious. That's where they begin at Tootie Mechanical. Known Bob since high school. He's been that way since high school. The best service, the biggest heart, the greatest facilities and equipment. They use it there. Tootie Mechanical. It's an amazing place. All about family and helping. 412-373-2000. 412-373-2000.
Tune in this Sunday morning at 8 for the Coons Cooking Hour with Rob Pratt and the Coons Market team, discussing comfort foods, casseroles, and favorite Halloween candy. It's the Coons Cooking Hour presented by Coons Market, your hometown Pittsburgh grocer.
Woo, yeah. It's Marty. I love the cool weather. Folks, it's October. Crisp mornings. cool evenings. Folks, winter's coming. You know what I'm thinking of? Windows. Time for Universal Windows Direct. Check this out. Right now, 2 windows get 2 free. No limit. 0% financing for 3 years. Insane. Top it off. Get an extra $500 off your entire home improvement project when you schedule this month. I love this company. 412-545-6003. UniversalWindowsDirect.com. Remember, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Custom made. Professional team installing them. Guaranteed expert installation. UniversalWindowsDirect.com. Wonderful windows, wonderful company. Check it out.
Come in and try the Good Feet feeling today. Comfort, energy, performance, and pain relief at the Good Feet store. Visit us in Robinson Town Center, in Cranberry Township, and now open in Morgantown.
Thanks to the Good Feet store.
UPMC, life-saving, life-changing information.
Celebrate the spooky season with Zero Res and get 3 rooms of carpet cleaned starting at just $129. And take 15% off your air duct and dryer vent cleaning, too. Book online at ZeroResPGH.com. Save big today.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Legit, a big problem. I'm going to read this from this young lady who sent me this. You want to know how this impacts people, Marty? Check this out. Wow, she's wonderful, too. My family will be losing hours this November. Wow. This isn't our first winter going without. We got to help her. I'm a mother of 2 children, under 3. My oldest is diabetic. This is an amazing story. I'm a full-time college student, for those of you who think these are lazy people just sitting home on welfare. I'm a full-time college student studying criminology. Wow, must be a cop. I work side hustles when I can, but food stamps are what allow me to feed my children. As someone learning about American government, I understand the complexities of a national budget. It's a great note. But the reality is that thousands of families will be without Thanksgiving dinner this year. Wow. I pray this is just a final push before the budget is settled and benefits are restored. If not, families like mine will be turning to food banks and community services, you heard Brian, because we're already stretched thin. My hope is that our communities come together because we're struggling, and our elderly and children deserve to eat like anyone else. I love this woman. Let's also remember, less than 1% of those receiving food stamps are able-bodied individuals abusing the system. It's true. The numbers say 1 to 3% tops abuse the system. She's right. The vast majority are hardworking families, seniors, and students just trying to survive. That's beautiful and spot on. It has definitely caught the attention of leaders in this town, a Pacatena County Council president being one of them. This is a dramatic situation, is it not, Pat?
It is very much so, Marty. I mean, SNAP, provides critical food assistance basically for millions of Americans. Thousands in Allegheny County. And I think it's important to point out that SNAP's not a handout. It's really a lifeline. It's a lifeline that helps these families, these seniors. You've just talked about it. People with disabilities. Low-wage workers, it helps them put food on the table. This is what some of them depend on.
Man, this puts people in a crack.
It basically keeps people from going to school, kids from going to school hungry.
This is unsettling, man. I did not know that it was that heavy in terms of the assistance, 9-to-1 versus at the food bank. That's, wow.
It's huge. Yeah, and really, I would hope that the government can get their act together and that both sides can come to the table and get this done. It couldn't happen. There's no good time for this to happen, but to happen going into the holidays, it's absolutely horrible.
What I get aggravated about, and it's why that wonderful woman addressed it in her note, a lot of Americans and a lot of folks who listen to this show are going to be a little more conservative. And they're going to be thinking, to hell with them. they're just welfare bums anyway, and that isn't even close to true, is it, sir?
No, it's not. I mean, SNAP is one of the most efficient programs that actually exists out there. It's targeted, it's temporary. I mean, if you really think of the population this serves, I mean, it's the age. I mean, it's seniors. I mean, I've had a lot of senior citizens reach out to me in my district concerned about this. I mean, similar concerns as when we were talking about the tax increase last year. I mean, how are they going to afford to put food on the table now because they depend upon these, this to go to the grocery store. And it's scary. It's really scary that these people are going to be without a safety net.
Hey, I appreciate you doing this. I also heard Sarah raving about 500, almost 600 people being put into temporary housing yesterday. Hey, Pat, firsthand, have you seen, you personally, any of the families in this housing? This isn't derogatory, I'm asking a question.
I wasn't involved in any of that, Marty, so I couldn't speak to that. I mean, my concern is basically getting the government reopened and making sure that people can put food on their tables that desperately need it. That's my concern.
Will there be discussions on county council if this thing gets bad and coming up with resources either from the county or the local corporations, as you suggest, Pat?
I suggest, really, we're going to need nonprofits. If this continues, we're going to need nonprofits to step up. And we're going to need people like the Giant Eagles of the world to also step up. I mean, we're going to need everybody to step up if this drags on, because we can't allow people not to have food on the table. I mean, kids can't go hungry. Seniors can't go without food. I mean, we just can't allow that. We have to figure out a solution. Like I said, I would hope that everyone can work together to come to some sort of solution, Republicans and Democrats.
My man, thanks, brother. Appreciate you, Pat.
You're welcome. Take care, Marty.
He's right. I didn't know. I didn't drill down on this a lot. I knew it was important. Until I heard from Brian Gulish from the Food Bank, I did not know the significance of this contribution, how massive it is, and how many folks. What do you say, $60 million a month? Wow. Man. And stop with this crap that these are just people that are fat, loading up on junk food at the grocery store and steaks and fillets. Stop. Grow up. Give a damn. Stop. Do some homework. 1% to 3% fraud, max. Max. Grow up. Care about somebody for a change.
Let me tell you about this new Pretzel Cheddar Club. Hey, I'm Carlos.
And I'm Ebony. And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Pretzel Cheddar Club
is the tangy Dijon with the pretzel bun. It takes it to a whole nother level.
It goes perfectly with the chicken and the cheddar cheese and the bacon.
Man, you know how much you love bacon. And I love the different varieties. Grilled, spicy, original. It gets you nice and excited for fall.
Order the Pretzel Cheddar Club with cherry berry and Sprite for a limited time on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Ever wonder why Big Wireless wants you on an unlimited plan? They probably want you to cover the cost of those 20-somethings using all that data every month. But most people 50 and up like me only use 12 gigs or less. Don't get bamboozled by Big Wireless. Switch to Consumer Cellular. Our plans start at just $20, and we use the same towers as the big guys. Join the millions who choose something better, because if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Are you tired of online threats? Then get an antivirus. It's the only online protection you will ever need.
Disclaimer, an antivirus is just half protection online. It will not protect you from snoopers or encrypt your traffic. So get better online protection with NordVPN. NordVPN will encrypt your traffic, protect you from malware and phishing, and stop annoying ads. Save 77% on NordVPN and get 3 extra months.
Big news from Tri-State Office Furniture, now open. Tri-State Office Interiors, your only premier all-steel furniture dealer in the Tri-State area. Sleek, cutting-edge, all-steel furniture, design-forward solutions, 2 great divisions, 1 unstoppable company. Make your appointment to visit our new showroom in the heart of Pittsburgh's Cultural District. Call 412-771-0760 to schedule today. Tri-State Office Interiors, elevating the everyday.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
47 and overcast at 11:30. I'm Paul Rasmussen. A new report says September was the strongest month so far this year in the Pittsburgh area real estate market. The latest RE/MAX National Housing Report shows sales popped up by about 12%. Home prices also went up last month by 8.5% to a median sale price of $255,000. Also up, the number of homes on the market and new listings. A Los Angeles-based investment group could lose its largest asset, Gateway Center, to a loan default and foreclosure. The Pittsburgh Business Times is reporting lenders have filed a foreclosure notice against Hertz Investment Group, giving the company 10 days to respond. Gateway Center has an outstanding debt balance of $84 million. An animal rights group has filed a lawsuit against the Pittsburgh Zoo and Aquarium, demanding the zoo release its elephants. News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush has the details.
The Non-Human Rights Project filed a first-of-its-kind lawsuit in Pennsylvania, arguing that 5 elephants held in captivity are exhibiting signs of psychological and physical distress. Video evidence shows behavior such as swaying and head bobbing, which the group says are signs of trauma. 2 of the elephants, Victoria and Zori, are scheduled to be transferred to a breeding facility in Alabama within days. Advocates are urging a judge to block the move, claiming it would forcibly separate the animals from their social bonds, something that would never occur in the wild. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
Pittsburgh International's yearly auction is underway, and this year it is online. Over 1,000 items are available, including used maintenance equipment, decommissioned vehicles, and also jewelry, electronics, and other items people left at the airport. Up for bids, a Cartier women's watch and a Louis Vuitton hat. Abandoned vehicles this year, not part of the auction. The bidding will end on Monday at 5 p.m. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 161 points at 46,764. The Nasdaq is down 252 points. The S&P down 38. KDKA Radio News Time, 11:31. Our next update at noon. I'm Paul Rasmussen on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio KDKA.
Allegheny County is looking for poll workers to work the general election this November. The process is simple. Apply online at AlleghenyVotes.com. Attend either an in-person or virtual training and work the polls on November 4th. Poll workers earn $150 to $175 for the day, plus paid training. Poll workers must be registered to vote in Allegheny County. Learn more and apply at AlleghenyVotes.com. That's AlleghenyVotes.com.
So, John Perry, a Perry Calder law firm. John and I go back about 30 years. John says AI at their firm is attorney intelligence. Highly trained attorneys. Trained doctors that investigate their cases. Some of the biggest settlements in Pennsylvania history. Perry Calder. 412-281-4200. 412-281-4200, where AI is attorney intelligence. Believe it. Perry Calder, the best. Check this out. Hofstadt's Oakmont, one of my boy JK spots, has the Thanksgiving dinner for you. Dinner for 6. They make it. Orders have to be in by November 4th. Everything. Salad, turkey, all the meat, stuffing, gravy, and dessert right there. Don't worry. Instructions for reheating included. Give thanks and eat good food from Hofstadt's. Hofstadt's rocks. JK won't mind if you tell your family you cooked it yourself. Hofstadt's Thanksgiving. Check it out. Hey, folks, it's Marty. Come celebrate Levin's huge anniversary sale with my friend Robert Levin and his team. Amazing savings, starting up with 80% off clearance and special buys, plus $105 instant anniversary sale discount on purchases of $9.98 or more, and 5-year special financing on qualifying purchases of $24.99 or more. Let me repeat, save 20% store-wide, plus $105 instant discount and 5-year special financing. Levin's huge sale. So, Carlos is my man with Greater Pitt Tree Service. This is the kind of work they do. Woman with a beautiful home in Squirrel Hill sends me this note just yesterday. Marty, Greater Pitt Tree Service, working hard at my house, making my trees look pretty. Not sure, but at least 6 trucks showed up, and I said, guys, I have 3 trees, not a forest. It's that kind of company. It's that kind of service It's that kind of work. Greater Pitt Tree Service, 412-884-TREE, 412-884-TREE.
In many ways, Thanksgiving and Christmas are right around the corner. How would you like to sit down at the dinner table, have smaller clothes on, feeling and looking better about yourself, moving easier and faster, welcoming friends and family who are shocked at your weight loss? This is Dr. Shufo from the Weight Loss and Wellness Center. Now is the time to get started, so excess pounds will be off for the holidays. It'll be your greatest gift ever. Call me at 1-800-900-THIN. Let's make this a Merry Christmas and Happy Thanksgiving together.
From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty, is we have a changeable situation for folks trying to travel I-79 out of Butler County into Allegheny County as crews work with an earlier vehicle fire that's been extinguished, and now they're doing the cleanup around it. This at mile marker 75.1 on the southbound side in Marshall Township. You do have traffic that sometimes is getting passed in 2 lanes, other times it's getting passed in 1 lane. In either case, you have very slow go southbound 79 traffic beginning right around the 228 overpass. So do leave extra travel time there. Parkway East inbound is at Edgewood Swissvale. A reminder, until about 2 p.m. today, you could have traffic stoppages of the westbound or inbound Parkway East for up to 15 minutes at a time as they move steel beams into the Commercial Street Bridge construction zone. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
The rest of today will be mostly cloudy, breezy, and chilly with a shower or two, the high 50 to 54. Mostly cloudy, brisk, and chilly tonight, a stray shower, low 41 to 45. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Experience, leadership, equity, and integrity represent how Sheriff Kevin Krause effectively serves all Allegheny County citizens. Paul Martino here, supporting the re-election of Allegheny County Sheriff Kevin Krause. Kevin's proven commitment to be active in all Allegheny County communities and bring downtown services to those areas demonstrate why he's a sheriff for all Allegheny County citizens. Join me in voting to re-elect Sheriff Kevin Krause.
I'm Sheriff Kevin Krause. I'd be honored to earn your vote on November 4th.
Paid for by friends of Kevin Krause for Sheriff.
For all station contest rules, go to kdkaradio.com/rules.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
All right, we've made it through halfway. So, great show today, 2 to 6. Colin Dunlap right here on this Wednesday, KDK.
I got my man Jimbo on about the Michael Keaton plaque in the screw-up. And hold on a second, I got to read this first because it makes sense that I clarify this. It's important. So from Jagoff Ed, that's his real name. It's on his birth certificate. Oh, no, it should be. Perhaps this is a good time to switch to actual healthy food instead of gift cards for vape, grass, soda pop, and junk. I would think a lot of SNAP folks would love to help with the distribution. So he's lying. And by the way, that's why I addressed it during my discussions about it. According to a federal law, and this is from the USDA website, sir, and they're the ones that kind of set the rules for SNAP. That's why you're a cliche, sir. And you're ignorant. Look it up. You can't buy alcohol. You cannot, by law, buy alcohol, vapes, or junk food on SNAP or EBT cards. How about that? Non-alcoholic beverages, tobacco products, e-cigarettes. Huh. And they're even changing them to make high-calorie sugar drinks ineligible. How about that? Some states are even restricting drinks with sugar. You can buy food, vegetables, meat, dairy, bread, non-alcoholic beverages. Not food items, soap, pet food, vitamins, or for hot prepared foods. Jagoff. Food and drinks containing controlled substances. You can't buy any of it. None of it. Cigarettes and tobacco, vapes, CBD, vitamins, medicine, supplements. jerk. That's what make alcohol, tobacco syrup, pet food, cleaning supplies, toiletries. How about that? Jag off. Quit being a cliche, sir. The angry white guy. Stop it. Grow up. By the way, I predicted that would come in, and it didn't. There you go, sir. You become the cliche. Now, do people sell the cards? Yes. Yes. Do they sell them to buy drugs? It has happened. It's a problem. Is there fraud? Yes. Yes. I looked at all the data, about 1% to 3% fraud, so you know. A lot of families rely on it to feed their kids. Like that wonderful woman who sent me that note. I had to grab Jimbo on this. Total. Oh. Jimbo.
Hey, good morning.
All I'm saying is, brother, because I got the word on what's happening here. All I'm saying is whoever made the Michael Keaton plaque on the Pittsburgh Walk of Shame, I guess it is now, has to be a Yinzer, wouldn't you say?
I'm not even sure, but it's got to be one from a Drinkwater part of the county.
Explain what happened, because this is kind of a big deal.
Well, I mean, this is a plaque that's supposed to be there for
forever.
A monument. It's a monument, right? Yeah. And here, they would have to pick one of the guys that are alive, too. He comes from all across the country to see his name spelled wrong.
So what they did was, they had this big ceremony, which I loved, and Michael Keaton flew in, which was even cooler. He's a big movie star, which is even cooler. And they, in the plaque that kind of describes him and his career, they flipped the letters on Michael. Misspelled it. Big time typo, right?
Well, yeah, it's not. They're not handing out a pamphlet to a circus. This is something that's supposed to be there for a couple hundred years. You know, these aren't going to get thrown away at the end of the concert. You know what I mean? This is forever kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Wait till it gets to him. He'll probably be shaking his head going,
he'll probably laugh. So, under his stage name, Michael, M-I-C-E-A-L, instead of Michael, M-I-C-H-A-E-L. They misspelled it, flipped the letters. Mm-hmm. Isn't that set in cement?
It's set in bronze.
Oh.
We're talking about, eternal. You know, when they do something in bronze, it's like forever. It's not we'll fix it next time it breaks. You know what I mean? They're going to either have to leave it there and hope no one notices it, although
that ship has sailed, brother.
What's that?
That ship has sailed, brother.
Oh, well, yeah, my phone's been blowing up all morning.
Hold on.
I will tell the public if I would have did it, I'd have read it. I'd have proofread it anyway.
All right, so let me say this. The man himself, the legend, the best ever in this business ever, is my man John Diagardi from Rome Monuments. Love the man. In fact, I've taken to John to several cemeteries where he does repairs, and he's actually helped repair. Patrick, what was that statue that we really helped repair on right there on the shore?
The Fallen Law Enforcement Officers Memorial.
John stepped in with the local monument company and did all the repairs for pretty much nothing, right?
Sure did.
I'm thinking, as I add 2 + 2, there's probably that same company that made this plaque. I'm thinking. But let me say this.
I don't know.
Jimbo. So John Diagardi is the guru, and John says they are fixing it next week.
Well, I'm glad to hear somebody's fixing it.
So
you know, it's funny. One of my best friends does this for Matthews.
Yeah.
And he's
Matthews.
That's it.
Matthews. That's it.
Now he's done everybody's plaque from John Wayne to I forget that one singer who, and his eyeballs are just rolling in his head.
Well, Matthews, they're amazing. They're the ones that helped us. They've helped us 100 times. It's a hell of a company. They're renowned. And my guess is they're fixing
this. What I'm saying is, the guys I know that do this, they read this stuff over and over and over because it's bronze.
Yeah.
It's not like you don't pull out a big bronze eraser and erase it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but isn't it classic Yinzer if they left it like this?
Well, yeah, if they did a caveat to it, but yeah. Well, you know what though? I mean, we've been trying to get out of that steelworker, dumb thing for 100 years in this time. I have friends of mine, and I've met people in other cities, and they're like, "Wow, you mean Pittsburgh? I thought it was just steel mills." So
my
this
gosh,
just
they
adds to
misspelled it. But it's being fixed next week. Thanks, brother.
All right, bro.
It is kind of funny. It's kind of cute. And it's not life and death. But it's not funny to whoever made the mistake. Someone's in someone's office this morning getting their you-know-what chewed out. Right? Huh? And this is a big deal. Right? 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 Someone's on the phone with their wife right now going, I think I could be fired over this. And there's a bunch of people in an office somewhere blaming each other for this. That was Chuck's job. Where the hell was he? Do you know how many people read that and didn't notice? We have it posted, and I posted on social. Michael, as they flipped the words. And by the way, I'm the wrong guy. Oh my gosh. My boy Mike says that's how they spell Michael in Ireland. There you go. Done. Leave it to the Irish, lad. Hey, Rob, hang in there. I'll grab you in a minute. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. LN.
Yes.
ELLIN.
Well, no, but close.
Hold on. My brother-in-law said he was in traffic, just stopped for over an hour. What the hell was that?
Well, where was he?
Hold on. That would probably help you.
That would. I'm good, but I'm not that good.
He even sent me pics.
Oh, boy. Well, maybe, was it I-79? Yeah.
Between Zealy and Wexford. Was it that car fire?
Yes. And this was it was a tractor trailer. And so, it was really crazy. Still pretty crazy, Marty. If you're coming southbound on I-79, my apologies to those of you sitting in heavy traffic. You are doing so with delays that begin right around the Cranberry Interchange, not far south of 228. It's because they're only letting traffic pass this, Marty, in a single lane. It's down by Wexford Run Road, where it is an overpass over I-79. So that's about mile marker 75.1. No timetable for when they'll fully reopen that road. Lots of crews are still on the scene, heavily restricting that as they do the cleanup. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble. That's ELLEN, Gamble, on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2025 by Forbes Health, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, starting at just $98 a pair.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aid.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 1 million happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
At LendSeek, we know running a business takes heart, hustle, and sometimes a little help. That's why we stand with you with our exclusive AI lending platform, connecting you to over 100 funders. If you've been in business for at least 2 years with a minimum annual revenue of $500,000, you can get up to $1 million in funding in as fast as 24 hours. No collateral, no prepayment penalties, no red tape. Apply today with no cost or obligation at lendseek.com. That's LENDSEEK.com.
At Baths R Us, we believe home improvement is life improvement, and that starts with the team who brings your vision to life. Our installers aren't just skilled, they're experts.
This is who we are. This is what we do all day, every day.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement, or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, low to no monthly payments. Call 412-556-BATH to schedule your free estimate, or go to bathsrus.com. 412-556-2284. Baths R Us, where dreams soak in.
Hearing the news every day is one thing.
hearing it hit home is something altogether different. That's the difference you hear every day on KDKA Radio. We go beyond the benign headlines and bring the news to life, your life. So stay here and hear the news and what a difference it makes. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Hey folks, it's Marty. Voss TV and Appliance has a huge selection of big brand names and prices you'll love. Third-generation family business. Rick, Matt, the entire Voss team provides meaningful service that actually serves. They answer phones, show up on time, and truly care about their customers. It's old-school service that matters, and you won't find it anywhere else. Visit Voss's South Hills showroom today. 412-650-VOSS, 412-650-VOSS. Love them. The lowest price is guaranteed.
This October, don't let a bone-rattling old ride spook you. Get into something new at Bowser Subaru in Pleasant Hills. This October, take the fright out of car buying with the 2025 Subaru Impreza, the compact car that's big on confidence and easy on the wallet. Lease a 25 Impreza base, VIN S8327718 for just $199 a month for 36 months with $2,299 due at signing with 10,000 miles per year. These October savings won't last. Get to Bowser Subaru today with credit approval and financing through SMFL, MSRP $26,971. No security deposit required. Tax, title, and fees not included. Dealer doc via 477 applies. See Bowser Subaru for complete details. Offer ends November 1st. BowserSubaru.com. Bowser Subaru, Route 51 South on top of the hill.
And now for a business news update from the Pittsburgh Business Times. I'm managing editor Mike Larson. Alcoa Corp announced today a $60 million investment into its aluminum smelter in upstate New York, the world's oldest continuously operating smelter and one of a handful left in the United States. The $60 million will go to the rebuilding of an anode baking furnace at Alcoa's Messina, New York plant between now and 2028. Alcoa made the investment announcement at the same time it said it reached a 10-year renewable energy contract with the New York Power Authority to provide electricity to the Messina plant beginning April 1st, 2026. Also, Armada Sunset Holdings' new headquarters office in Marshall Township is getting the interior build-out it needed before the company's big move to the North Hills. According to an announcement, NAI Bernascalo has started to build the inside of what was called the Innovation Point, a structure completed before the pandemic but never occupied, a project that calls for making a 3-story, 90,000 square foot building move-in ready for a logistics firm. For more on these stories and other local business news, log on to PittsburghBusinessTimes.com. I'm Mike Larson.
It's Marty Griffin on the voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
All right. I apologize for the little delay. What happens, and Trevin's in there laughing at me, I get a ton of information in breaks. And I was getting the skinny on the plaque. It's actually a hell of a story. No disrespect to Matthews. Please. They're amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Probably the best company in the world at this. So they did the work and handed it off to the folks who organized this whole thing. And Patrick, at least 100 people saw this.
At least.
Not one person saw this mistake. Not one. Not one. I am not picking on anyone. I screw up every day. Every day. But it did happen. And I hope Jimbo's listening. To his point, so the way they install this stuff is because it's very valuable, including the granite is very valuable and the plaques. And so they install it so that you can't steal it, quite frankly. And so it isn't as simple as getting a screwdriver and a hammer and popping it out and replacing it. So my people who are doing all this work to replace this are making this plaque right now, the replacement. And this will be replaced Monday morning. I'm told the best in the business, and I mean this. He's an amazing guy, too, if you ever knew John Giagardi from Rome Monuments. And I've been at a multitude of sites with him. This man is gifted, and he's kind, and he's charming, and he's generous. I'm told he's going to do this work. And I'm told that they don't know if they can pop it out there and fix it. They don't know. They say it's very difficult to do. To Jimbo's point, he just texted me, it'd also be very expensive. And so you might end up breaking some granite. So this ain't that easy. So I'm not laughing about this anymore. It was kind of funny. Ha-ha. But I feel bad for all the folks that didn't see it. By the way, I can see how this would happen, by the way. Michael all the time is... And my man said that Michael is spelled this way in Ireland. Okay. I'll take your word for it. I feel bad that they have to fix this. I feel bad that they have to replace it. I wonder who noticed the initial... Probably some passerby, huh? Yeah, they are going to crack the granite. They are. And it is supposed to last 100 years. And the reason why it's so solid, as everybody points out, is that they don't want someone stealing it. And so now it's in there. And it's going to be really hard to get out. And Matthews apparently is making another plaque. Apparently it'll be in the hands of some folks by today. Might even be ready already. And we'll be back in there the way it should be. I would go by and get a picture. It's like one of those pennies that has a flaw in it. That plaque be worth some money. Probably. Right? I'll take it. I'll take it. Well, let's stop by and give it to Marty Griffin. So, the plaque has a mistake. They misspelled Michael's name. It was a human error. At least 100, probably 200 people saw it. No one that made it, no one that organized this, no one that raised the money, no one that did any of this saw the mistake until it was already in the granite, and it's in there big time. And it's going to be a pain in the ass to remove, but they will do it. They're going to work on site on Monday. They're going to try and do it right there. If they can't, Plan B, which I don't know what that is.
When you need to know, depend on the news leader. At home, in your car, or at work. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM, AM 1020, and KDKARadio.com.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell & Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois.
Hey, it's Andrew Filipponi for Comer & Cross Concrete Floor Coatings. If your garage floor looks lousy, there's stains, cracks, a disgusting epoxy job, right now, you can get 50% off a new Comer & Cross garage floor. That's 50% off, and guess what? Installation can be done by the holiday. But the 50% off an installation by the holiday offer ends soon. Here's the number, 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. This is going to be your favorite home improvement project ever. Having a Comer & Cross garage floor, like putting a new car showroom in your garage. It's guaranteed to never chip, crack, or show tire lift like epoxy or paint ever. And they make it super duper easy. Their employees are pros. They don't use subcontractors. In and out in one day. They'll fix your cracks and pits perfectly, and guess what? They'll even take your stuff out for you. For the 50% off your new garage floor and installation by the holiday offer, call them now, and here's the number, 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. That's 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, or go to COMERcross.com.
Lock in amazing fall deals for your new roof with Home Genius Exteriors. Get 50% off roofing materials, plus 0% APR and no payments till 2027. And for a limited time, get free attic insulation. Call Home Genius Exteriors now at 855-U-R-GENIUS to schedule your free roof and attic inspection. That's 855, the letter U, the letter R, Genius. Home Genius Exteriors, the genius choice in roofing. See website for details.
A teddy bear dreams of a best friend who they grow up with. What they don't dream of is being left alone in a shrine for school shooting victims who could have been their best friends.
School shootings are preventable. Learn the warning signs at sandyhookpromise.org.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 48 and overcast at 12 o'clock. I'm Paul Rasmussen. A new search linked to the 1985 disappearance of 8-year-old Sherry Mahan is now underway in Armstrong County following a new tip. News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush has the latest.
Crews were excavating a small plot near a home in South Buffalo on Tuesday. Private investigator Steve Ridge, who is offering a $100,000 reward in the case, says he wasn't involved, but thinks the dig may be connected to tips he's received that
have suggested that both on that side and the other side of the Allegheny River in the same general location are spots that should be checked.
He thinks authorities are closer to solving the case.
You know, after 40-some years, there have just been some substantial breakthroughs that have occurred.
Ridge says he believes authorities have zeroed in on what happened to Sherry and told me he's optimistic justice will eventually be served. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
We'll get set for another set of deliveries closing down the Parkway East this afternoon. With more on that, here's News Radio KDKA's Greg McAtee.
Today and tomorrow, PennDOT crews will shut down the inbound Parkway East at the Squirrel Hill tunnels multiple times at 15-minute intervals to allow tractor-trailers to deliver steel beams for the Commercial Street Bridge replacement project. The deliveries will be made between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. both days. Motorists can expect major delays approaching the Squirrel Hill tunnels during those times and may want to seek alternates. Greg McAtee, News Radio KDKA.
PennDOT is reporting progress on its wrong-way detection system on Route 28. District 11 Executive Jason Zhang says that life-saving project is about 75% complete.
When somebody gets on the road going the wrong way, it usually does end up in a fatality. So it is a very serious problem. I mean, this project is not going to eliminate that unless you put a barrier up to physically block the ramp. You can't guarantee that somebody's still not going to go the wrong way, but hopefully this helps.
On the Big K Morning Show, Zhang said the project should wrap up in the spring. Focused on a growing mental and behavioral health crisis, judges, court staff, professionals, and law enforcement are holding a summit today at the Allegheny County Courthouse. The goal is finding ways to get people treatment before it's too late. Pennsylvania Supreme Court Justice Kevin Dougherty told KDKA Radio's Colin Dunlap something has to change.
You have to remember there will be that part of population that is so seriously mentally ill and prone to criminal aspects that they have to be removed from a free and civilized society. The question is, how do we do it appropriately?
It's not lost on the group meeting today that a man suffering from mental health issues set fire to the governor's residence earlier this year. A new report says September was the strongest month so far this year in the Pittsburgh area real estate market. The latest RE/MAX National Housing Report shows sales popped up by about 12%. Home prices also went up last month by 8.5% to a median sale price of $255,000. Also up, the number of homes on the market and new listings. At this hour on Wall Street, the Dow is down 147 points at 46,777. The Nasdaq down 199 points, and the S&P is down 29. KDKA Sports, the Pens have the night off. They're looking to keep a 3-game win streak alive when they play the Florida Panthers tomorrow night.
The news is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick. Need a new roof or just want to repair a small leak? Trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time, 12:04. 48 and overcast in Pittsburgh now. The AccuWeather forecast next.
What does living your best nonstop life mean to you? Cheering on your team at that big game? A music festival with friends? A family vacation? Or maybe a vacation from your family? Live your best nonstop life with low fares and nonstop flights only at Allegiant.com.
Non-stop flights from Pittsburgh to Sarasota Bradenton, one way for as low as $57. Must be purchased by 12/3/2025 for travel between 10/28/2025 and 5/17/2026. Seats and dates are limited. Restrictions apply. See Allegiant.com for details.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey folks, Marty here. Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. No interest for 3 years. Restrictions apply. Call 412-543-6003. Like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
The rest of today will be mostly cloudy, breezy, and chilly with a shower or two, the high 50 to 54. Mostly cloudy, brisk, and chilly tonight, a stray shower, low 41 to 45. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
Honey, I found the perfect place for my parents and us.
Where?
St. Barnabas. For us, the Woodlands Carriage Home Community. And for my parents, condominium-style living at the Village. My folks will love the Village. There's an indoor mall with shops, restaurants, and more. And we can relax, knowing they're safe and secure.
That's what I plan to do when we move to St. Barnabas. Relax.
Call 724-444-5568 or visit stbarnabascommunities.com.
Hennion and Walsh was made for people like you. People who value speaking to the right people at the right time. That's why we answer the phone ourselves, to understand you and help you invest for the life you want, because you've earned it. We're Hennion and Walsh, and a human connection. Get a second opinion. Call 800-279-5279 or find us online. Investing involves risk, including the possible loss of principal. Advisory services provided by Hennion & Walsh Asset Management. Securities offered by Hennion & Walsh Inc. Member FINRA SIPC.
You've still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it hard to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Man, juggling a lot of balls here this morning. This monument, this Michael Keaton thing's kind of crappy. I feel bad for everybody involved. It's kind of funny at first, and then it's not, because people put a lot of effort into it. It means a lot to this town, and Michael's a great guy. It was a great event. Some people suggested they leave it that way. You can't. You just can't. It becomes this stupid joke and kind of diminishes the value and the significance of it. In the fine print where you describe Michael's life and career, they misspelled Michael. They flipped the letters E-A-L, A-E-L, and even though that's how they spell it in Ireland. This is, last I checked, Pittsburgh. The backstory is Matthews made this. None of their people noticed. And by the way, they're an amazing company. Amazing. Probably the best in the world. They've done amazing. They've actually helped us several times to help people. I'm told they're remaking this exact plaque with the correct spelling. They have to throw this out and make a whole new one. And then they're going to get there Monday morning. And I think several people pointed this out. This thing is in there because they're really hard. It's in granite. It's really hard to get out, and they'll have to chisel it out. And if they damage the monument, they might have to replace the whole thing, and it could cost thousands and thousands of dollars. How about that? Oh, I feel bad. But stuff happens. I feel bad for all of them. It's actually funny the first time you see it, but it's actually kind of awful, actually. Because Matthews is a wonderful company. I don't want to pick on them at all. It wouldn't be fair. And we all screw up. I do it every day. The South Side has been relevant for so long, and it transitioned from this really cool place to go. When I first moved back here, I was single. And, man, this is literally 25 years ago. And I lived on Mount Washington. And I would go to dinner on the South Side 3 times a week. Amazing restaurants, amazing place to hang, family joints, not no more. Now the news they make is with shootings and closings and stabbings and little riots in the streets and mayhem at night. And so the cops are trying to get their hands around it, wrap their hands around it. The unofficial mayor of the South Side, who's one of my close friends, because he gives a damn, is Rich Chupcup. Good morning. Good afternoon, brother. How are you?
Outstanding, Marty.
So, I'm grabbing you because of this annoying safety plan sent out last night. It's kind of bizarre. So this is a plan they came up with to what? Make the South Side safer, buddy? Is that what this is?
Yeah, this is probably plan number 88 in the last 6 years. And now they want to close Carson from 12th to 18th Street and have a private company come in and check IDs to get into the footprint.
Couple things. That would be what you would consider the hot spots, would you not, Rich? 12th to 18th?
Yeah.
Fridays and Saturdays.
That's where most of the problems are.
That's where everything happens, right? So that would be smart to try and regulate that and control that, right? Somehow. Right?
Yeah, no doubt about it, yeah.
But what gets weird, and I mean weird, and borderline illegal, I would think, Rich, is this accurate? All attendees will be patted down? Seriously?
Yeah, that's what they said at the meeting last night. I made sure I asked the question twice to make sure I got it right, for the pat downs and all that stuff like that, going onto a public street.
So, not to be a jerk, but how the hell would this happen? I mean, describe to me how they would describe this would happen, pat downs of anyone on the street. That's kind of wild, right?
Well, 12th to 18th, they would, traffic will be diverted off of Carson. They will put up barriers on the intersections from 12th to 18th, which is like 14 intersections closed off.
Wow.
So all there's probably about 1,000 residents live down there in between 10th and 18th.
Wow.
That will be impacted by this. So instead of having, a way to get on and off Carson Street, you now have 14 dead ends.
Wow.
And the money that they're paying for all this, for the private company, the bureaucrats, the studies, and all that. Why don't they just use the money to hire more police?
Hold on, I got to get this to you though. I got to get through this first. This is crazy. So, in my mind's eye, I see this line of kids because that's mostly what this is. Several thousand of them, right? Several thousand, right?
Yeah.
In a line with private security cops patting them down. Seriously, for real. Come on, man. How
the The lawyers are going to love this one.
Come on. So I'm there with my family. I want to go to the milkshake factory. I got to get in line, and they, in essence, frisk everyone. My wife, my daughters, my son, my 15-year-old son, right?
That's the way it was told to me last night at the meeting, Marty. And then I asked them, I said, do you have any plans for, the trucks and buses that will be diverted off of Carson into the residential area? Wow. And they said no. I said, I'm glad you guys are on top of things.
Hold on, I can't get past the pat down. Who the hell's the company that's going to do this?
I don't know. They didn't say. And apparently the money is coming from the state, but the state doesn't even have a budget yet. But this plan isn't supposed to start until May 15th of next year.
But Rich, if they're going to pat people down, that suggests that they think that people are coming in there every weekend with weapons. A lot of them, if they're patting everyone down. Isn't that the inference? Isn't that what they're saying? Right?
It is the inference, and it is true, because every week in Southside, they have the entertainment patrol, and they put up their statistics, and every week 5 to 6 firearms are recovered.
Oh my God, what a joke. A cop just texted me. My man, they're going to hack some innocent people off, a lot of them, are they not, sir?
Oh, no doubt about it. And Marty, this 5-block area is a simple fix.
No.
All you got to do is let the police do their jobs.
Right.
And it's over.
Arrest the people breaking the law. Period. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
See ya.
That's it.
Take the punks to jail.
And then,
see ya.
we got to worry.
Punks.
Well, you got to worry about the judges too, Ornstein and Lovelace and them in that crew that just lets
let them all go.
Murderers out. Yeah.
Man, they're going to sue people here, man. Literally, Rich, there could be 3,000 people they'd have to pat down, right? Seriously, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh
no,
yeah.
More than that. More than that.
Maybe 5,000.
And then, yeah. And then, Marty, when they do all this,
come on, man,
and they take everybody, the cars and all that off East Carson and put them into the residential area. Now you're spreading crime into the residential area where there are no cameras. Like we have the cameras on East Carson.
Yep.
There are no cameras on the back streets.
Oh no, they'll be urinating and defecating and fighting and breaking bottles and it's going to be awful.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then we were at the meeting last night, and one of the guys stood up, Lou, and he says, things are getting better down here. I said, Lou, we just had 2 homicides in 8 days.
You did, sir. What did Lou say about that?
In July, we had 3 code 3s in a row. That means every cop in Pittsburgh had to come to Southside to control the environment.
Hey, how about all the cops who say, my man, we're not allowed to do pat-downs on a public street. We get crap for doing it to anyone. Huh?
Oh, yeah. Yep. Exactly. If you talk to the police on the side without them, in front of people and so their superiors can't hear, they'll tell you exactly what needs to be done.
Oh. This is a problem, man. So you're going to create massive traffic.
And Marty, don't forget, all these, majority of these people are under 21 coming into Southside to hang out, not in the bars, on the streets, sell drugs and sell alcohol out of their cars.
This is bad, man. This is bad, bad, bad. I got lawyers texting me saying, here come the lawsuits. Wow. You need reasonable suspicion to do a pat-down. Wow. Thanks, brother. We're all over this one.
Thank you, Marty.
This is ignorant. Flat out ignorant.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Our 5th Bowser car. That's not exaggeration. And I'm going to tell you why. For so many reasons. Number one, the way they treat you at the sale. To them, your family. And we got 3 brands. We got Subarus, plural. Hyundai, my wife has the Santa Fe, which she loves. Genesis, probably the coolest car I've ever had, and I get asked about it every single day. And when there's a service opportunity, when it needs service, they pick up the car. They drop off another car. They fix the car, and they bring the car back, and it's with a smile. When there's an accident, they drove out of state to get parts to fix one of the cars that was struck from behind. Everybody's okay. And they fix the car to perfection. Look, man, there's a lot of family dealerships out there. Nah, there's one Bowser. There's one Bowser family. And everything they do is about family and taking care of you. The Bowser experience. It's absolutely amazing.
Spirits are up in Latrobe. We're excited to announce the strong Orlando schedule out of Latrobe. That's right, Orlando is #1. Fly out of Latrobe. Easy drive. Park for free. Book now for your Orlando excursion. Be part of the top destination out of Latrobe.
Don't act like that. Don't wear that. Don't think that. I've heard everything you tell yourself every time you felt different. And I want you to know that you can be vulnerable and powerful. That taking care of your mind is taking care of everyone you love and who loves you. Love your mind. Find mental health resources at loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council. At Humana, our Medicare Advantage plans give you coverage you can count on, along with guided support to help you feel your best. Our licensed sales agents are ready to help you understand your options and choose a Medicare Advantage plan that fits your needs. Things like dental, vision, and hearing coverage are included in every plan, even offering a yearly cap on out-of-pocket costs for covered medical services. And with access to Humana's large, trusted networks, it's easy to get the quality care you need. Plus, every plan has a $0 or low monthly plan premium, which makes it easier to save, too. So this Medicare planning season, we can help you plan well with Humana. Learn more now at gethumana.com. Humana, a more human way to healthcare. Humana is a Medicare Advantage HMO and PPO organization with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in any Humana plan depends on contract renewal.
So, Sophia, my 21-year-old, about to be 21, I promised her, true story, that I would take her to Diamonds Direct and we'd find her a necklace for her 21st birthday. So check this out. The timing, woo! This weekend, Diamonds Direct. Exclusive showcase from Simon G., one of the top jewelry designers anywhere. This is so cool. 2 days, showroom with expanded assortment of signature pieces, iconic engagement rings, fashion jewelry. Anything that you love is going to be there. Rare chance to explore this full collection from this world-class designer right here in town. Friday and Saturday, and then the collection goes back. Check it out. I will be bringing Sophia in there. Diamonds Direct, amazing service right there. Across from the Ross Park Mall, right there on McKnight Road. Diamonds Direct, the absolute finest you'll ever see.
Open enrollment is here until December 7th. Will your doctors remain in network? Get free personalized Medicare plan comparisons from locally owned Need Part C right now. Top national and regional carriers. Medicare can be confusing, but it doesn't have to be with Need Part C. NeedPartC.com.
CBS Eye on Veterans from ConnectingVets.com. Navy veteran Alejandra Amigan founded V-Day Yoga Studios and Jacksonville Natural Healing Wellness Centers. She credits their massive growth to the lessons learned in the Entrepreneur Boot Camp for Veterans from Syracuse University's Institute for Veterans, Military, and Families.
Talked about numbers. We talked about leveraging technology. We talked about marketing. We talked about our own, building ourselves as a brand. It's so different. You go to marketing events, you go to other networking events, and it's like, oh, hey, what do you do? Oh, great. That sounds great. Let's have lunch. Sure. No, this was like, I want to know what you're doing. It's just such a genuine interest in seeing us win.
Sponsored by Progressive. We make the claims process easy, so you can get back on the road in no time. It's why over 43 million drivers trust Progressive. See for yourself at Progressive.com.
Where Pittsburgh comes to talk. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
So, we just announced that they're going to start patting down Wow, this is a mess. On the south side, wow, they're going to start patting down people between this certain block area, wow, at night. They're going to shut down 5 blocks, divert all the traffic, and then, wow, I keep saying wow because it's irritating. I'm getting my phones blowing up because how that you're going to invade people's privacy. You're going to break the law. All attendees between 12th and 18th Street, Friday and Saturday nights, will be patted down by a private security firm. Wow. So, had to grab the best attorney I know. Phil DiLucente has handled every single sort of case known to man. Cops are saying we're not allowed to pat people down. We have to have probable cause. Hey, Phil, doesn't this raise red flags for you that every single person, thousands, will be patted down just to come into a certain area?
Well, let's get something straight here right now. This, as you framed it, it would completely be an invasion of privacy, and this is going to be challenged. I don't know if the ACLU or someone else who's actually offended. I could tell you this as well. In Pennsylvania, if there's reasonable suspicion for a frisk, but there has to be some type of, they have to articulate what's the reason. Do they believe they're armed or some type of danger? To just randomly decide. Now, if you're going into a structure, we've all gone through it, right?
Right.
Weird house, a Steeler game, whatever, that's a different story because you're on private property, quasi-governmental or sports arena, whatever the case is. Now, when you say a certain area, is this an outside area?
Yes.
This is the first I've heard of this.
Yes, 12th to 18th Street, Phil, which gets packed. There'll be 5,000 kids.
Look,
public streets and sidewalks. That's right.
I'm all in about safety.
Yeah.
But clearly, this is going to be challenged. Now, who made the call on this? Because I'd like to know who made the decision on this.
It's funny you should say this. It came down last night in a meeting sent out by the police department. They plan to put it in effect in several months, but this is the plan. Pat down everybody. Every cop I know tell me they won't do it, Phil. They won't do it.
Here's the problem, and you're going to have to talk to Bob Schwartzwelder, who's FOP president. Yep. Here's the problem, Marty. When you have a society that doesn't know how to act like human beings, because of intoxication or just being unruly. You cannot start to violate the constitutional rights, which are the basis and the structure that we all live by and are the basis for our society to continue. So when you have these random decisions made, it's puzzling to me. And it seems like we're in this, we're in the wild, wild west now. We're just going to be the sheriff. I'm going to make you, I'm deputizing you, Marty Griffin. You're now a sheriff. Now go out and, do X, Y, Z. You just can't operate this way. And people say, oh, Phil, but it's getting bad down there. Yeah, it's getting bad down there. There's no question. Everybody sees it. But you have to handle it in a different type of mode.
Phil, I could see them lining up and you fighting for them in court over something like this. This could get ugly fast, couldn't it, sir?
Oh, I think it's going to get very ugly and fast. And, whenever I won the Juneteenth so that we could have the largest Juneteenth in the whole country, I could tell you my quote was, my mama told me you can't fight City Hall, but we did. I think the ACLU, though, is going to get involved right away. I think without question.
I know. I wouldn't let them pat me down, and neither would you, Phil. I mean, I'd say to hell with you.
Well, what's a reasonable suspicion? Because I'm wearing a pink polo shirt. I mean, come on. What's going on? Eating a pizza? Fucking down, holding a piece of pizza.
Right on, brother.
Come on.
My man, Phil, thanks, man. You nailed it. Appreciate you, brother.
You got it. Bye-bye.
It's a big deal, and it's annoying as hell.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date. Your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected. Your floor mats are cleaned and delivered. And your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Debt payments keeping you up at night? Credit cards, medical bills, personal loans. If you owe more than $10,000 in unsecured debt, we can help you settle for less. At J.G. Wentworth, many clients cut their debt by up to 50% before fees, potentially saving thousands of dollars. Even if your credit is damaged, we can help. And remember, you don't pay us a dime unless we reduce your debt. Call 877-CASH-NOW. The call is free. The consultation is free. And the bigger your debt, the more we can help you save. Act now. If you owe $10,000 or more, call 877-CASH-NOW. That's 877-CASH-NOW. Call right now. Your path toward financial freedom starts today with J.G. Wentworth. 877-CASH-NOW. Results vary. Not all debts qualify. Debt resolution impacts credit and may increase what you owe. Average savings before fees, 43%, 25% after fees. J.G. Wentworth does not pay debts or provide legal, tax, or credit repair services.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Cloudy and 48 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 12:30. I'm Paul Alexander. I-79 commuters heading north can see work is well underway on the new Route 910 Wexford interchange. His Radio KDK's Paul Rasmussen has a progress update.
It's a massive 2-year project with a $46.5 million price tag. PennDOT District 11 Executive Jason Zhang says the biggest part of the project involves the northbound off-ramp to Route 910 and the northbound on-ramp back to I-79.
We're basically eliminating the ramps where they are and relocating them across 79 to the west of 79 towards Nicholson Road.
On the Big K Morning Show, Zhang said there were 290 crashes at that interchange between 2017 and 2019. 85% of them were rear-end collisions. Paul Rasmussen, News Radio, KDKA.
In a related story, the Turnpike Commission says a project at the Cranberry interchange is finished. The $10.4 million project at Exit 28 wrapped up on schedule and included concrete pavement and bridge repairs, upgraded guide rails, improved drainage, as well as other safety enhancements. Every year, Pittsburgh International Airport holds an auction on items left behind by visitors, which end up in the lost and found. Rich Fitzgerald, Executive Director of the Southwestern Pennsylvania Commission, says that these items aren't just little trinkets.
People leave a car in the airport parking lot and just abandon it. I mean, they've auctioned off cars, other vehicles, other baubles, if you will, that end up in lost and found and don't go through security, and people don't come back to reclaim them. So you'll have a chance to bid on some of those items.
This year's auction is online. Online bidding has already started and will close in waves beginning at 5 p.m. on Monday. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 162 points. The Nasdaq down 190. The S&P 500 down 27 points. KDK Radio News Time is 12:32. Our next update at 1 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander, and the voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
Steel City Shredding, Pittsburgh's premier locally owned shredding and document management service since 1928. Steel City has been Pittsburgh's trusted name in business services. Today, Steel City Shredding continues that legacy with secure, on-site shredding you can watch happen. From paper and hard drives to media destruction and e-waste disposal, we keep your information safe. And we 100% recycle all materials. Steel City Shredding, secure, on-site, 100% recycled. Visit steelcityshredding.com.
Yo, Adam, around here you gotta watch for porch pirates.
Not with Guardian Protection. Buy one camera, get the second free, front porch and back deck cover.
That's double protection for your food deliveries and your holiday packages.
Don't wait. This BOGO deal's here for a limited time.
Call 1-800-PROTECT or visit guardianprotection.com/FAN to claim your buy one, get one free cameras.
That's 1-800-PROTECT. Terms and conditions apply. Guardian Protection, keeping you in safe.
Here's a harsh fact. 40% of women and almost 20% of men suffer from varicose or spider veins. And if you think this is just a cosmetic problem, think again. Varicose or spider veins, if left untreated, can lead to swollen or discolored legs, cramping, the inability to stand or walk, neuropathy, even worse, blood clots, which can travel to other parts of your body. But here's the good news. Advanced Medical Vein Treatment Centers offers plans that treat and cure the condition, not just cover up. Grab your phone. take down this number and call 800-587-1248. That's 800-587-1248. When you call, you'll get free information on how you can live your life to the fullest again. Walk, exercise, sleep well. Your vein problems will not go away on their own, and in time can lead to major health issues. Call Advanced Medical Vein today for free information on fast and easy solutions that are covered by most insurance plans, Medicare included. Call 800-587-1248. That's 800-587-1248 today.
Celebrate the spooky season with Zero Res and get 3 rooms of carpet cleaned starting at just $129. And take 15% off your air duct and dryer vent cleaning too. Book online at ZeroResPGH.com. Save big today.
When it comes to building Pennsylvania's future, the laborers are on the job. From highways and bridges to schools, hospitals, energy projects, the men and women of the Pennsylvania Laborers District Council deliver the skilled work that keeps our communities moving forward. Joe LaQuatra is leading the charge to train the next generation, protect worker safety, and stand up for fair wages and benefits. When laborers build, Pennsylvania grows stronger. The Pennsylvania Laborers District Council, working hard every day. My people.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Mostly cloudy, breezy, and quite cool for the rest of today with a shower around, the high 50 to 54. Mostly cloudy, brisk and chilly tonight with a passing shower, though 41 to 45. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have Leaf Filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
At the Pyatt family of companies, they're led by a passionate vision for the vibrant future that Pittsburgh deserves. From South Point to downtown to Esplanade, they bring bold, ambitious projects to life. That's why Pyatt Companies, Pyatt Sotheby's International Realty, Pyatt Hotel Group, and UFC Gym Pittsburgh proudly congratulate CEO Lucas Pyatt on receiving the Hometown Heroes Lifetime Achievement Visionary Award for his years of leadership. Learn more at Pyatt.com.
Saw the owner of Coit, Donald Sebastian. Wonderful guy. Seriously, this happened. I said, my man, you guys do amazing work. He said, Marty, right now, tell your listeners, 50% off drapery cleaning, 35% off all other Coit cleaning services. Full service drapery cleaning, unmatched, takedown, cleaning, rehanging. 1-800-FOR-COIT, 1-800-FOR-COIT. 50% off drapery cleaning, 35% off all other Coit cleaning services. Amazing stuff.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at KennyRoss.com.
He's live, he's local, he's Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Have you been to Tahiti, anyone? Anyone? No? Bora Bora, Tahiti, all those islands. No? Okay. Brando lived there. Paul Gauguin, famous artist. It's insanely. It's the most beautiful place I've ever seen. Ever. Insane. We ended up getting certified to dive when we went there. We got engaged on a ship there. True story. And you can see, because it's so remote, it takes like 21 hours to get there. And because it's so remote, the water doesn't have the pollution. And so in the Bahamas, you can roughly see like 40 to 50 feet in front of you, okay? Florida, 20 to 30. I'm making a point you'll get in a second. Tahiti, 250 to 300 feet. It's that much cleaner. It's insane. It's unbelievable, okay? I'm making a point, believe me. So we were on a cruise ship. We got engaged on it. And they made these stops on the various islands. And one of them was Bora Bora, which is out of a movie with the volcano and pearl diving and crazy cool. And we were going to this mountaintop area on Bora Bora. And we went through what you would call the town, the city of Bora Bora. It was gross. It was disgusting. Trash, smelled, raw sewage. A lot of poor folks, run down, beat up, no electricity, kind of shacks, kind of shocking. And it was there. Saw the same thing in Rome, by the way. Insanely beautiful city. Until you get into the ghetto area of Rome, it's bad. Same with Paris. Same exact thing. Most beautiful city on earth, Eiffel Tower, Champs-Élysées, all that stuff. Until you get into the, wow, this is gross. Oh, the smell of that water. Oh, my gosh. What's my point? I find myself defending us on our coverage of the city of Pittsburgh. There's a photographer in town that does insanely beautiful city shots. Okay? I mean, postcard stuff. Okay? And texted and posted on social this beautiful skyline of Pittsburgh. Gorgeous. And said, this is Pittsburgh. Not the dystopian view. Right? Society in decline, injustice, the kind of the Gotham kind of thing. Okay? A city in ruin. And he was defending Pittsburgh as being flawless and perfect and, in essence, going after us for posting pictures of homelessness and addiction and trash and disgust and filth and waste. What's my point? My point is a painting has a lot of different colors and facets and nuances to it. Rome had nuances. Bora Bora had poverty and refuse in the streets and human waste flowing because they had no sewage. Pittsburgh is beautiful. It's my hometown, man. Grew up here. However, anyone that wants the dystopian view, who wants to take the walk, I will walk with you. We'll look at the beauty. But there's also the misery. There's also the ugliness. And when we point it out, guess what's happening? It gets cleaned up. Happened this week. PennDOT, all over. A massive dump of crap. Syringes, urine, human waste, trash bags, sleeping bags, old beds, furniture. I get it. It's my town too. I love this town. But it ain't perfect. And it can't be perfect, but it can be better. And if you somehow think that by suggesting that we're liars and that Pittsburgh's wonderful and has no flaws, I challenge you to the same challenge that I put to Sarah Namorala, who's afraid. Summer Lee, who's afraid to take the walk. Take a walk with me. I'll take your walk, and we'll ooh and ah and say, oh my gosh, we love Pittsburgh. Oh, it's so beautiful. And then we'll take my walk. Seems to me that would be fair. Seems to me that's how we would look at our city. Right? I could take you to L.A. Woo! Man, it's beautiful. When you take your kids to L.A., they want to move to L.A. Why? Because they see Disney. They do. They see perfect weather. They see mansions. They do, man. They see Hollywood. And then you go downtown. There's 75,000 people living on the streets. It's bizarre. I don't even want to tell you about Philadelphia. Woo! Jump.
Real story, true story. When I first moved here from New York, I thought that Pittsburgh was one of the cleanest cities that I have ever been in.
Nice.
And the reason I say that is because I did move downtown, North Shore, and I was downtown all of the time.
When was this?
Wow. The first time would have been back in 2003.
Oh, wow. So a while, brother. Okay.
Then I came back in 2011. But when I was here in 2003, I thought this was the cleanest city I've ever been in.
Right.
And I'm not saying that to say that I changed my mind.
No.
But to piggyback on what you're saying, someone who comes and visits will see that. They'll
right,
see
of course.
And I see that all the time. And I'm not a Pittsburgher, but I actually am proud of Pittsburgh because I still say, and I've been downtown most of the time I've been here. So,
Yep.
I mean, I've lived in other boroughs as well. But I still say, because I saw people cleaning up, I saw people, the street, not sweepers, but the men and women who are out there literally with a broom sweeping up.
But you also have never taken the walk with me, with people crapping on the sidewalks and overdose folks in beds.
But I've taken that walk, Marty, and I've run and I walk all throughout the city. And I do see some of those things. I just don't see them to the extent that you see them at times. But I just wanted to say that because that was perfect. The way that you set that up was perfect.
The truth will set you free. It's the facts are clear. Yeah, we love our town, man. It's my town. I grew up here, but it needs work. You can't ignore that by saying we're idiots. We don't know the truth. We're liars. No, I say let's take the walk.
When you call yourself the voice of Pittsburgh, you have to know when to not talk. Sometimes you just need to be the ears of Pittsburgh. Just listen. Listen to what you have to say. These are complicated and uncertain times. But when you need us, we are here for you. And we're listening. A trusted source that you can count on to be here. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
I'm Perry, a Perry Calder law firm. John and I go back about 30 years. John says AI at their firm is attorney intelligence. Highly trained attorneys. Trained doctors that investigate their cases. Some of the biggest settlements in Pennsylvania history. Perry Calder. 412-281-4200. 412-281-4200, where AI is attorney intelligence. Believe it. Perry Calder, the best.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA, covered by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 platinum roofing company.
Tootie Mechanical Systems, Pittsburgh's HVAC, plumbing, and electric leaders, is a family business that I truly admire. Tootie culture is built on ethics, service, and making a difference in our community. Tootie Mechanical Systems, they're the people you want working in your home.
The biggest reason Metropolitan Window Company has been in business since 1978 is our huge list of satisfied customers.
John, Maggie, and Justin Schmutzer here from Metropolitan Window Company, Pittsburgh's locally owned and family-operated window and door company for over 47 years.
When you choose Metropolitan Window Company, you're getting expertise and attention to detail from a trusted business that puts your needs first.
You're also getting our exclusive Infinity from Marvin 100% fiberglass windows that are built for life.
The most important part of a window is the framing. Fiberglass frames won't lose their dimensional integrity. They're the strongest, longest-lasting window you can buy.
And right now, you can save 30% and get 18-month no-interest financing on every window and door product we offer.
Stop by one of our showrooms, visit us at metropolitanwindows.com, or give us a call at 412-655-8411.
PA 1565.
Soldiers and Sailors Memorial Hall and Museum recognizes Pennsylvania's combat veterans who have received medals for gallantry. With this Hall of Valor moment, here's the curator of Soldiers and Sailors Memorial Hall and Museum, Michael Kraus.
Army Corporal James E. Stadelmeyer of Allegheny and Armstrong counties was awarded the Silver Star Medal for Gallantry in Korea on 14 June 1952. A reconnaissance patrol was ambushed by concealed enemy forces. As the patrol returned fire, Corporal Stadelmeyer moved through enemy fire to aid those who had been wounded. While attending to a wounded man, Stadelmeyer was hit in the shoulder. Disregarding his injury, Stadelmeyer continued to give first aid until all the patrol members had been treated and evacuated.
Soldiers and Sailors Memorial reflects the valor and heroism that shaped this great country. Consider a tax-deductible donation. Visit soldiersandsailorshall.org for more information.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. All those promotions worked out for AT&T. Promotions for the new iPhone 17 and bundling services. It added over 400,000 mobile phone customers, nearly 300,000 home internet subscribers, a lot more than expected during the summer's third quarter. T-Mobile and Verizon report their latest earnings tomorrow. Americans love RVs, and sales and earnings from Winnebago last quarter were a lot better than forecast. Shares of that RV maker right now up nearly 26%. But elsewhere on Wall Street, the major averages are lower today. That's after weaker than forecast earnings at Texas Instruments and at Netflix, which got whammied with a huge tax bill in Brazil. Right now, the Dow is down 0.2%. The NASDAQ down 1.33%. The S&P 500 is down about 0.8%. And Tesla recalling 13,000 new Model Y and Model 3 vehicles because of a faulty battery pack connector that could lead to a loss of power. Tom Busby, Bloomberg Radio.
It's Marty Griffin on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
What troubles me is this notion that we're bad guys because we point out the scabs in Pittsburgh. You got to heal, man. You got to fix it. It's grimy. It's dirty. It's crimey. It's just... Downtown can suck at times. I'm just telling you, I've seen it. I live it. I walk it. And I challenge any of these people that say this is Oz in La La Land and it's perfect. Let's go. I'll take your walk, then you take my walk. That's all. And let's fix it together. I'm just saying. Mike, thanks for holding. Go ahead.
Hey, Marty. Hey, I just calling. I just want to make a comment about this. I spent about 20 years at Public Works.
Oh,
and
nice.
I just want to say that it's been about 5 years since I've been out, went to a new career. And I honestly want to say things ran so much better for the two prior administrations.
They did.
In my opinion, nothing personally against Gainey, but they've ran this city into the ground.
Well, hold on.
I've seen.
To his point, I was there for both those administrations. I was on the air, and he's right. You're right. It was 100% better. Go ahead.
Yes. Yeah, there was all kinds of funding. There was never no overtime issues.
Yep.
I was a truck driver, so we were constantly outside plowing the streets, keeping the streets clean. And if we weren't, doing street maintenance, we were doing, just everything like that, just to keep the city nice.
I remember.
I've worked in all the neighborhoods.
Yep.
The supervisors are doing the best they can. I have heard that when Gainey got in, he hired so many people for Public Works, and they had nothing but issues with them. They don't want to work. They want to get high all day. They don't come to work. Nothing happens. So I'm so glad I got out when I did. And I just want to give a shout out to the council, especially Coghill. That man, I see him in his personal vehicle cleaning up garbage on the side of the road.
Love him.
We need more people like Coghill and Teresa Kell-Smith.
We do.
And, good luck to Tony, but I truly believe it's going to be Corey that gets in. And, either or, I think both of them will make a great mayor and bring the city back to where it used to be. I used to be truly proud of this place. And now you drive around and there's it's disgusting.
It is. Thank you.
I don't know where all the money's going for all the assistance for, the homeless population is horrible. It never used to be this bad. But just want to, give a shout out.
Love the call. Love the call, and I love the honesty. I love this town, man. I grew up here. I'm downtown all the time. We take these walks on video, and we have more planned. I challenge you. I'll take your walk. You take mine. Oh, David from San Fran. What a pleasure. Go ahead.
Well, thanks, Marty. I think I mentioned on an earlier show that United Way did a study about how many empty houses there are compared to the homeless. And if I remember right, Pittsburgh has about 50 empty houses.
50?
It's not the worst city in the world.
50?
Yeah.
Okay, you're done. He makes this stuff up. He usually calls to fight with me, but he's always got some ignorant comment. Pittsburgh has 50 empty houses. Ha! My man. I'm going to help you with something. The city of Pittsburgh owns 8,000 vacant properties, sir. Pittsburgh, the city, is the largest slumlord in western Pennsylvania. I don't mind far left David. He's left of AOC. He's in San Fran. He calls to fight with me usually once a month. I didn't really give him a chance to spew even more lies, but this crap that Pittsburgh has 50 vacant houses, my man, that is one city block. One. Which gets me back to my point regarding Sarah Innamorato yesterday, saying that she's created 600 homes almost for folks who are homeless. No, not true. No way. And I challenge her or any of her staff, you show me 6 of them and 6 families. We'll take your walk, then we'll take my walk. I love this town like I love my family. My family has issues. We address those issues. Period. End of story. I don't tell you I have a perfect wife and perfect kids. I don't tell you we have a perfect life living in a perfect world. What I tell you is that our family is like this city. We love it, but it's a work in progress. The folks that ignore the issues will suffer from ignorance. The folks that say we love our town, but it needs work, are the folks that will make a difference with us together. Using our walk with Coghill as an example, massive, massive dump of trash and crap right at the entrance exit to the parkway, however you want to describe it, Stanwix. And it was awful. And PennDOT saw it and took them 2 days, but they cleaned it up. We can do this together, but it takes time and perseverance and honesty and perpetuating lies that everything's wonderful and that the media is a lie and that the video is a lie and that the picture lies is crazy and unfortunate.
The KDKA mobile news fleet is driven by Jim Shorkey Kia, North Huntington and Wexford. JimShorkeyKia.com.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
As an athlete, I'm all about performance and my overall health. I've wanted to improve my smile for a while, but I thought braces was the only option. A friend of mine mentioned she was improving her smile with Invisalign, so I checked out with my local orthodontist and found out that Invisalign could work for me as well. After a quick scan, my orthodontist created my Invisalign plan, and I couldn't be more excited to start. Check out Invisalign.com to find a doctor in your neighborhood. It's great that there are trained Invisalign doctors in our own community here. Invisalign.com.
Let me tell you one of the reasons I think we became the largest injury firm in the world, and it's not even close. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. My wife and I had a plan early on. In our firm, our lawyers only work on certain types of cases. Our products liability and dangerous drug lawyers only work on those cases. Same for car crashes, workers' compensation, medical malpractice, and insurance disputes. Our thinking is for these lawyers to focus on one area of the law and live it and breathe it. Power comes from knowledge. Many lawyers do everything, jack of all trades. Not us. And we don't charge an hourly rate. You only pay us if we win. If you want to hire us, it's easy. Dial Pound Law on your cell phone, pound 529, or visit forthepeople.com on your phone or computer from the comfort of your own home. Let us get to work for you. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Injured? Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Ever wonder why Big Wireless wants you on an unlimited plan? They probably want you to cover the cost of those 20-somethings using all that data every month. But most people 50 and up like me only use 12 gigs or less. Don't get bamboozled by Big Wireless. Switch to Consumer Cellular. Our plans start at just $20. And we use the same towers as the big guys. Join the millions who choose something better. Because if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Are you tired of online threats? Then get an antivirus. It's the only online protection you will ever need.
Disclaimer, an antivirus is just half protection online. It will not protect you from snoopers or encrypt your traffic. So get better online protection with NordVPN. NordVPN will encrypt your traffic, protect you from malware and phishing, and stop annoying ads. Save 77% on NordVPN and get 3 extra months.
SchultzFord.com, 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Mostly cloudy, windy, and 49 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 1 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander. News brought to you by P.J. Fitzpatrick, 45 years of experience and thousands of five-star reviews. TrustPJ.com. Governor Josh Shapiro lashed out at state's Republicans for passing a budget bill Tuesday. News Radio KDK's David Bolorado has more.
Speaking at EOS Energy's Turtle Creek plant, where it just announced a $353 million expansion, Governor Shapiro took aim at state senators, who approved a roughly $48 billion spending plan on Tuesday, which Shapiro said is not even serious.
I mean, it's a joke. It doesn't actually meet the obligations of this Commonwealth. It's a gimmick. And it's not designed to be serious or get the job done.
The Senate budget is about $2 billion below what the House passed last month. The governor also said it was an insult to hardworking Pennsylvanians that the Senate has only been in session for 35 days since he presented his budget back on February 4th. David Bolorado, News Radio, KDKA.
Focused on a growing mental and behavioral health crisis, judges, court staff, professionals, and law enforcement are holding a summit today at the Allegheny County Courthouse. The goal is finding ways to get people treatment before it's too late. Pennsylvania Supreme Court Justice Kevin Dougherty told KDKA Radio's Colin Dunlap something has to change.
You have to remember there will be that part of population that is so seriously mentally ill and prone to criminal aspects that they have to be removed from a free and civilized society. The question is, how do we do it appropriately?
It's not lost on the group that a man suffering from mental illness set fire to the governor's residence earlier this year. The decades-old mystery surrounding Cherry Mahan's disappearance has resurfaced. This week, the FBI and local authorities began an excavation in Armstrong County, acting on a new tip. Private investigator Steve Ridge told KDKA Radio he's aware of the impending search based on information he had received from his own sources.
I was familiar with that particular area because I know that earlier this summer, a drone was used, apparently by officials, to examine that same area, from the air.
While the FBI has not released new details, Ridge says the renewed activity brings fresh hope to a case that's haunted this region for 40 years. An animal rights group has filed a lawsuit against the Pittsburgh Zoo and Aquarium and is demanding the zoo release its elephants. News Radio KDK's Tamara Rush has the details.
The Non-Human Rights Project filed a first-of-its-kind lawsuit in Pennsylvania, arguing that 5 elephants held in captivity are exhibiting signs of psychological and physical distress. Video evidence shows behavior such as swaying and head bobbing, which the group says are signs of trauma. 2 of the elephants, Victoria and Zori, are scheduled to be transferred to a breeding facility in Alabama within days. Advocates are urging a judge to block the move, claiming it would forcibly separate the animals from their social bonds, something that would never occur in the wild. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is down 205 points. The Nasdaq down 263. The S&P 500 is down 40. KDK Sports, Penguins won last night 5-1, made some history in the process. Sidney Crosby is now the all-time leading scorer, 1,896 points, surpassing Mario Lemieux. He is now 7th all-time. Chris Letang, with a pair of assists last night, is now at 600 for his career. Only 20 defensemen in the history of the league have reached that milestone. KDK Radio News Time is 1:03. Right now, it is cloudy and 49 degrees in Pittsburgh. Your AccuWeather forecast is next.
Hey, it's Andrew Filipponi for Comer & Cross Concrete Floor Coatings. If your garage floor looks lousy, there's stains, cracks, a disgusting epoxy job, right now you can get 50% off a new Comer & Cross garage floor. That's 50% off, and guess what? Installation can be done by the holiday. But the 50% off an installation by the holiday offer ends soon. Here's the number, 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. This is going to be your favorite home improvement project ever. Having a Comer & Cross garage floor, like putting a new car showroom in your garage, it's guaranteed to never chip, crack, or show tire lift like epoxy or paint ever, and they make it super duper easy. Their employees are pros. They don't use subcontractors. In and out in one day. They'll fix your cracks and pits perfectly, and guess what? They'll even take your stuff out for you. For the 50% off your new garage floor and installation by the holiday offer, call them now, and here's the number, 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. That's 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, or go to COMERcross.com.
Check this out. Hofstadt's Oakmont, one of my boy JK spots, has the Thanksgiving dinner for you. Dinner for 6. They make it. Orders have to be in by November 4th. Everything, salad, turkey, all the meat, stuffing, gravy, and dessert right there. Don't worry. Instructions for reheating included. Give thanks and eat good food from Hofstadt's. Hofstadt's rocks. JK won't mind if you tell your family you cooked it yourself. Hofstadt's Thanksgiving. Check it out.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Breezy and rather chilly for the rest of today with plenty of clouds, even a passing shower or two, the high 50 to 54. Remaining mostly cloudy, brisk and chilly tonight with a shower around low 41 to 45. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Feeling it yet, Pittsburgh? The chill is in the air. The gray skies are on the way. This year, make winter an adventure for a change. Escape to the warm sand beaches of St. Thomas and the Florida Keys, or hit the fresh ski slopes at Deep Creek Lake. Whether you're chasing the sun or the snow, SWAC Vacation Rentals has the perfect place for your crew. Don't just get through winter, make it unforgettable. Book your getaway at SWAC, SWACK vacations.com.
Hey folks, it's Marty. Come celebrate Levin's huge anniversary sale with my friend Robert Levin and his team. Amazing savings, starting up with 80% off clearance and special buys, plus $105 instant anniversary sale discount on purchases of $9.98 or more, and 5-year special financing on qualifying purchases of $24.99 or more. Let me repeat, save 20% store-wide, plus $105 instant discount and 5-year special financing. Levin's huge sale.
Open enrollment is here until December 7th. Will your doctors remain in network? Get free personalized Medicare plan comparisons from locally owned Need Part C right now. Top national and regional carriers. Medicare can be confusing, but it doesn't have to be with Need Part C. NeedPartC.com.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Having a snack. I eat in a break sometimes. Man gotta do what a man gotta do. I'm done. All right. I texted him because this has been so relevant and so important. Is my friend Lance O'Brien from MediConnect. How are you, man?
Rocking and rolling, man. One day at a time.
Okay, because all over the media, and might not have a direct correlation to you, but it does. The vibe is, because I'm seeing this in all the networks, Wall Street Journal, we're going to have massive increase in cost for medicine and health care and Medicare and Medicaid, all this stuff. Is any of that true? Is it hype? Is it a lie? What is it?
So I think the immediate concern for the biggest price increases is with Obamacare, the Affordable Care Act.
Yes.
Because if they don't extend the subsidies that have been in place for a number of years now, then there's going to literally be people who see prices double from what they've been paying. And honestly, Marty, if you don't get tax credits and you're on the Affordable Care Act, you're already paying an arm and a leg.
Oh.
Affordable Care Act is affordable for those who get tax credits.
Oh.
If you don't get tax credits, it's pretty expensive. But again, if those subsidies run out, that's where you're going to see the biggest sticker shock is for people who are self-employed or don't have coverage through their employer, and they have to go on to, here in the state of Pennsylvania, the Marketplace or Penny to get their coverage. They're going to see there's going to be a lot of people who actually are going to be forced to decide not to go with health coverage.
So you understand then why there's so much anxiety about this budget issue?
Yes, and again, I am generally conservative in nature, but on this side of the issue, I feel like we really need to look at this holistically and say we can't completely eliminate these subsidies. We got to figure out a way to find some kind of a happy medium.
And you're not a political guy either, but you think then maybe standing their ground and making sure this gets taken care of is relevant.
Yeah, again, I'm not, because we're in our super busy season, I'm not as absorbed in all of it as I normally would be of what's going on, but I would say that if they completely jettison the subsidies, that is going to be bad.
Oh. Back to your business, though.
Yes.
Give me an update. Are you getting, like, spanked, slammed, buried, crushed?
It's insanity.
Is it?
It's an absolute insanity. I mean, I'm trying to run the days together, right? So last Wednesday we ended up with 3,000 calls.
No.
Last Wednesday.
No.
And then we've been, yes. Yeah, it's utter insanity. No, and I'm not joshing. I'm not exaggerating. It's craziness.
That's a sick record, though. Like,
it is. And the thing of it is we're doing the very best we can with the staffing we have to handle it. But it's been nuts. Wow. So
just for perspective, the big boss said kind of sort of normal call load, 50 calls a day?
Yeah, outside of the enrollment, there's a steady flow of calls. In the enrollment, 100 or 2, we could see generally, and we're literally talking in the thousands.
3,000?
Yeah.
And what do they want?
Well, so the big three things that are driving people this enrollment period, Marty, number one is I lost my plan, right? There's so many people who lost their plan that they're calling, and it's not just us. It's the carrier. They got the letters. Yes, the service area reduction letter. They're calling. The lines are so glutted, right? And it didn't help that Amazon went down a couple days ago. Because the Medicare website runs off of that. So Medicare.gov was down one of the days, which made things very interesting. It's like, here we are talking to them, well, we can't really check your drugs right now. We're glad you finally got through after 3 days, but so yeah, I mean, so loss of plan is driving increased prescription costs, or the need to review the coverage because they may have one of those 10 drugs that have gone through the renegotiation process
that are cheaper now,
right? And them saying, I got to make sure I'm on the right plan. And then for people with Advantage plans, the reduction in ancillary benefits. What I mean by that is dental, vision, hearing, over-the-counter, things that we really need when we get older. I mean, still baffles me that Medicare doesn't cover dental, vision, and hearing other than medically necessary. And that's one of the big attractions, Marty, to the Medicare Advantage plans, because they bundle that in. But those benefits are being drawn back, and people are saying, hey, I need hearing aids this year.
Hey,
right?
I can't get past this number, 3,000. What are you telling your people to do? And what are you telling people to call? I mean, you can't manage 3,000 people. What are you saying? Do you put them in queue? Do you call them back? How's this working?
So there's multiple layers to it. Because we're assisting some people this year. It's not just MetaConnect organic traffic. Right. We're assisting other people. Now, on one of those initiatives, there is a backup to us. Right.
I see.
So if we don't get it, it's going there. And they have 140 people where they're at, but they're probably not even answering all those calls. I don't know if people understand the magnitude of what 3,000 calls would actually do to a circuit board.
An hour.
It can, if depending on the scenario, right?
Yeah.
So again, we're doing a good job overall.
Man, you guys are amazing.
But it's everybody's trying to. Everybody is coming out of the ward work naturally so in this year because there's so much upheaval to try to make sure that they're in the right spot for 26.
Pragmatic and say to folks who are freaking out, why not just chill for a week?
Yeah, I mean
is that reasonable?
Can I give? And
I'm not trying to be a jerk, but
no, not at all. And I hesitate to give this advice,
a pizza joint with a line down the street will come at a different time.
Yeah, Saturdays are not as busy as other days.
Yeah. Right.
Just being honest. Now, again, making that comment, maybe they're going to be, right? You know.
No, but
but there's truth to it, right? If you're looking to get through, the call volume on Saturdays is not as high as the days of the week, for sure.
Cool. And earlier in the morning or later?
Early in the morning is the worst time.
Oh, is it?
Basically from
all parks get up at like 3 a.m.
Yeah, so just to give you an example, this morning they can start calling at 8. By 9 o'clock, we had about 250 or 260 calls.
Oh.
Right, just in that first hour.
Handle them?
As much as we can, right? You know. Wow. But
my man.
Honestly, the best times to call are between 4 and 8 in the evening.
Okay.
And Saturdays, there's going to be less call traffic during those times.
Can you hang out here?
Yep.
Wow, this is amazing. Wow. They're the best, by the way. The best.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Get ready to roll. Bocce House of Pittsburgh officially open and all month long. It's open play. That means free play on the bocce courts. Come experience Pittsburgh's newest social destination, featuring memberships, a luxury cigar lounge, and league play for all skill levels. So grab some friends, enjoy delicious food, and pour yourself a drink in our self-pour bar system. The Bocce House of Pittsburgh, where good food, great drinks, and even better company meet on the court. So visit theboccehouse.com for all the details.
Perry Calder Law Firm, the best in the business. 412-281-4200.
Come in and try the Good Feet feeling today. Comfort, energy, performance, and pain relief at the Good Feet store. Visit us in Robinson Town Center, in Cranberry Township, and now open in Morgantown.
Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Woo, yeah. It's Marty. I love the cool weather. Folks, it's October. Crisp mornings, cool evenings. Folks, winter's coming. You know what I'm thinking of? Windows. Time for Universal Windows Direct. Check this out. Right now, 2 windows, get 2 free. No limit. 0% financing for 3 years. Insane. Top it off. Get an extra $500 off your entire home improvement project when you schedule this month. I love this company. 412-545-6003. UniversalWindowsDirect.com. Remember, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Custom made, professional team installing them. Guaranteed expert installation. UniversalWindowsDirect.com. Wonderful windows, wonderful company. Check it out.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at EnduranceWarranty.com.
This is an announcement to all United States vehicle owners who own a 2003 or newer vehicle with a manufacturer's warranty about to expire, or no warranty coverage at all. With a struggling economy and the cost of living on the rise, Endurance is now offering an affordable, low-cost vehicle coverage plan to the general public. As of today, you could be one of millions of drivers that now may qualify to have your vehicle protected under this coverage and have all future covered auto repairs paid directly to the repair shop for you. You pick your plan. You pick your deductible. You even pick the repair shop. Roadside service, towing, and rental coverage is included. Get your vehicle protected now and save your wallet from costly vehicle repairs. A toll-free number has been established for you to call for your free 5-minute quote and to see if you qualify. The number to call is 800-260-1679. 800-260-1679. Again, that's 800-260-1679.
So, in the time I've known Bob Tootie, his company, Tootie Mechanical, has put 400 free furnaces in homes. I'm serious. That's where they begin at Tootie Mechanical. Known Bob since high school. He's been that way since high school. The best service, the biggest heart, the greatest facilities and equipment, they use it there. Tootie Mechanical. It's an amazing place. All about family and helping. 412-373-2000. 412-373-2000.
More fantastic fall savings at Coons Market. 80% lean fresh ground beef, $3.99 a pound. Little Leaf Farms leaf lettuce, 4-ounce package, $2.99 each. And Value Pack Lance crackers, 20-count packages, $4.99 each. Come see us at Coons.
Most transactions, relationships, engagements with a lawyer is transactional. right? Business dealings, divorce, taxes, criminal case, whatever ends up being. Not with Julian Gray. His law firm has become an integral part of our family. My wife, her parents are struggling in Florida. Julian Gray's social workers did amazing things to help them in Florida. My sister is struggling with pancreatic cancer and wants an estate plan, and she's talking to him right now. He spent a month on estate plan for myself and my wife, GrayAutoLaw.com. They're amazing. The way they handle you like family is kind of why I'm telling you this story about how it's affected my family's life and how it's become more than transactional. It's made a massive difference in our lives. GrayAutoLaw.com. 412-458-6000. 412-458-6000.
Hi, I'm Nancy Cartwright. You may know me better as the voice of Bart Simpson. On Simpsons Declassified, we're diving into the mysteries that keep the Simpsons forever young. Have you ever wondered how the Simpsons regularly predicts future events? Who better to ask than the show's creators, performers, and writers, the celebrity guests? Be sure to follow and listen to Simpsons Declassified wherever you get your podcasts.
The 50,000-watt voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I'm going to tell the story about one of my boys. And then, of course, I got Lance here, and we've become good friends. And we're talking about service and how people take care of people and how MediConnect has this rep. So we have this appliance company, okay? Voss. It's a family-run thing. Oh, they're really nice people. Mm-hmm. If you go over to the store and Mom, it's crazy.
Yeah, Guildhall Road, right?
Yeah. And Matt's my man. And we kind of make fun of him, me and Patrick, because we've done 800 stories with him. True story. A woman I know in her 70s, her clothes washer broke, doesn't have a nickel, right? Old school from Italy, right? Can't afford a new clothes washer. I text Matt, can you hook her up? Yeah, I'll deliver it tomorrow, $300.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
She cried.
That's awesome.
She cried. So my point is, and this is why I love you and the way you guys handle things. You're so concerned and convinced that you got to make sure that people are treated fairly, that it's kind of your overwhelming, overriding feeling that we got to make sure people are taken care of, right?
We tell people all the time you're in the right plan, or you shouldn't go to Medicare right now. You should stay at your group plan. Like, our goal is to educate people.
Right
now, we do help a lot of people change their plans at the same time, right? But, like, for us at the end of the day, and I think this is a great story, and when you said she was in tears.
She was crying.
We had someone listening to us on Saturday.
Yeah.
Pulled off on the side of the road, took down our phone number.
Aww.
Called. Husband has dementia, in a room. They've not been married very long. Their finances were separated. Long story short, she started looking into it because his capacities aren't there, right? Spending $524 a piece per month on their insurance. So $1,050, Marty. $1,050. Yeah.
A month?
Yeah, just in premium.
Jeez.
Called, took the number down.
Hold on. What plan is that, dog?
It was a group plan, actually.
Oh, wow.
It wasn't an individual plan. It was a group plan. And think about it, and this is one of the things that just boggles my mind. People get something from their employer.
Yeah.
Their mindset is, well, this is what's best for me because this is what I worked for.
I understand that it's convenient. Yeah.
And it's mental, really.
It's another thing I don't have to deal with.
Yes. Yeah. So anyway, she was like, with what's going on, we're paying for this now for him to be here. I got to check it out. She called us. Literally, we got her on. Him and her on plans for about $50 a month.
No.
And the benefits were equivalent to what they had right now. Yeah, she's crying on the phone. She's just like, you just saved me $1,000. Right? Like, and that's the rewarding stuff.
Man.
That's the rewarding stuff.
I mean, that's the crying stuff.
Yeah, and that's what people don't realize is, like, you won't know unless you investigate.
No, it's
but
true.
then where do you investigate? You got to find some place that you feel really trust and are comfortable with, you know. So.
Well, see, these are the things that make me feel like we're doing something right.
Yeah, we're doing some great stuff.
I mean, you're making money, but you're not motivated by pushing someone to a plan that makes you more money. It doesn't work that way.
That's bad business anyway.
Yeah.
bad press spreads a lot quicker than good press, right? If you do that to people all the time and you just sell them plans that don't end up being good for them, they're going to end up talking to people and say, I went there and they were terrible. But if you tell people, listen, we get a lot of referrals from people we tell not to do anything. Right? Because they know that, all right, they looked at everything. I'm in the right spot. This is great. I'm going to keep moving.
I am not picking on Highmark. They do wonderful, wonderful, wonderful stuff. They sent letters to folks, over 100,000 people, that they were losing their coverage. Can those people, because they're probably in a freak out, over 100,000 is a lot. Do they have time for 100,000 plus people to get new plans?
Yeah, I mean, for lack of a better way of saying it, Marty, they're going to have to spread the wealth, meaning they're going to have a lot of different people assisting with that. Individual brokers, Highmark themselves, agencies like us. There is time.
So big, though.
But it's huge, right? And the thing of it is it's. I know you mentioned Highmark, but they're not the only carrier either, right? Like,
that's why I want to pick on them. That's not
yeah. So like the reality of it is
millions across the country.
Yes, yeah. I mean, this is an unusual year. It's a reset year, so there is time. If you call once and don't get somebody, don't get discouraged, right? You're going to just have to keep at it, look for the right call times. I mean, we've, in the last 5 days, we've gotten 150 5-star reviews, right? We've gotten 3 not 5 stars, right? Nothing's ever going to go perfect. As much as I'd like to sit in this seat and say we do everything perfect all the time, listen, you say that, you lose credibility as far as I'm concerned. We're trying to actively do the best we can for people all the time.
By the way, I'm the one who reached out to him. I've wanted him on longer. I think this is really important, especially our audience is 35 to 54, quite frankly, and even older.
Yeah.
And this information could save them a lot of money, as you just stated, and even in some cases save lives. So, and he's been such a wonderful asset to me, quite frankly, and Patrick, and the information is so vital that I think it's important that you... When's this window close? How long?
Yeah, so this window closes on December 7th.
Oh, so there's time.
So there is time. And I will say, and I don't recommend this, I want to be very clear on this. For the people that are losing their plan, they technically have until the end of February to pick a new plan. But, and this is huge, I can't overstate this part. If they wait till then, they're going to go January and February without coverage.
Yeah, hold on. How about if I'm like, don't want to be part of the 3,000 people calling, and I wait a week and a half?
Yeah, I think, the call volume has started to dissipate a little bit every day, but not substantially.
Yeah.
But I do think generally in the annual enrollment period, which we're in, the lull time is usually somewhere around November 5th to the Wednesday before Thanksgiving.
Okay.
There's more bandwidth then. And then if you wait until after Thanksgiving, it's like being there for Thanksgiving meal and there's one piece of turkey left and 5 people haven't eaten. Then you're in trouble.
Patrick raised an interesting question. Any chance the feds could extend the window to sign up because of the volume?
I would think not.
No way.
That would be unprecedented. Now, I will say, they've done that with the Affordable Care Act, Marty, a few times over the last few years, but I've never seen them do that with Medicare and the annual enrollment time. That would be unprecedented. And you got to think about it this way. The window ends December 7th. Why did they pick that early in December? Because they got to be able to process all the enrollments and make sure people get their new cards in time for January 1st. If they extend the deadline, then you're going to be running into challenges with processing those enrollments.
So I want to repeat this because I think it's so valid. You had a couple paying $2,000 a month.
$1,050, $524 piece.
And you got them down to $50.
$50 between the two of them.
Just remember that, folks.
And the coverage was very similar.
Come on.
Was there a couple copays that were higher? Yes, there was a couple copays. But at that point, when you're saving $1,000 a month, I can pay $10 more for my specialist.
That, brother. My man. Thank you. You've been a blessing, man.
You're welcome, man.
It's really, really important stuff.
Fall in Pittsburgh. And does Rhino Shield do a business? Just ask business owner Mike.
I was watching TV one night and saw the Rhino Shield ad, and I thought, well, if they can do a house, they can probably do a building.
And remember, Rhino Shield's not pain, it's better.
So they came out and they gave me a price, showed me how the Rhino works, how it lasts, and how the guarantee works.
Pittsburgh, right now, you can have the guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield for 15% off and 0% financing for 12 months.
They started on the building. They waited for us to leave, and they worked Saturday and Sunday so they wouldn't affect our business at all. This was the great part of it. I came back Sunday night, and you couldn't even tell they were here. There was no paint on the ground. They did a fantastic job.
Here's owner Shane Smith.
This offer is limited, so call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint.
Don't vinyl. Go Rhino.
Don't paint. Don't vinyl. Go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. Is your house ready for these changing seasons? Did you notice loose shingles, siding, or drafty windows? Is your deck wearing out? Call Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Deck. Sam and Calvin. They're great. You know how important family is to me. I love this family. The Cousins are talented, they're local, and they're honest. Call Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks now to get your project scheduled. 989-COUSINS. Check out their work at callthecousins.com. They're amazing.
Mommy, how come I can't sit in the front seat?
Because I love you and you're just not ready yet.
Putting your kids in the right seat for their age and size is an act of love. Check that your kids are in the right seat at nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Love protects. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Cloudy and 49 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 1:30. I'm Paul Alexander. Westmoreland County is running out of cash to fund human services, and leaders are turning to the state for a multi-million-dollar loan. News Radio KDKA's Tamara Rush has details.
Westmoreland County Commissioner Ted Kopis tells KDKA Radio the state Senate's failure to pass a budget has left the county in a precarious financial position.
It's shameful that we find ourselves in this situation, and the state's inaction has really left us with a series of bad choices. Now we are forced to borrow money, incurring interest costs for our local taxpayers for money that rightfully belongs to counties anyway.
Kopis says the $14 million state treasury loan could end up costing Westmoreland County taxpayers interest rates as high as 4.5%. Tamara Rush, News Radio KDKA.
This is National School Bus Safety Week, and several U.S. senators held a news conference in Harrisburg today to drive home the importance of stopping for children approaching and exiting school buses.
What could be more important than stopping for kids?
That's Senator Judy Ward. She reminded drivers that it's illegal to pass a stopped school bus in every state, including Pennsylvania.
The greatest risk to a child isn't riding the school bus, it's approaching or leaving the school bus. Students' lives are on the line, and all drivers must give our undivided attention when approaching a school bus with flashing yellow or red lights.
A person who illegally passes a stopped school bus with an automated stop arm enforcement system is civilly liable for a $300 fine. A new report says September was the strongest month so far this year in Pittsburgh area real estate market. The latest RE/MAX National Housing Report shows sales popped up about 12%. Home prices went up last month by 8.5% to a median sale price of $255,000. Also up the number of homes on the market and new listings. Every year, Pittsburgh International Airport holds an auction on items left behind by visitors, which end up in the lost and found. Rich Fitzgerald, Executive Director of Southwestern PA Commission, says these items aren't just little trinkets.
People leave a car in the airport parking lot and just abandon it. I mean, they've auctioned off cars, other vehicles, other baubles, if you will, that end up in lost and found and don't go through security, and people don't come back to reclaim them. So you'll have a chance to bid on some of those items.
This year's auction is online. Online bidding has already begun and will close in waves beginning at 5 p.m. on Monday. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 287 points, the Nasdaq down 330. The S&P 500 is down 53 points. Our next update at 2 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander on the voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. You want a new physical therapy experience? You want a treatment plan centered on you? Monroeville Physical, spelled F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, is spelled different, because they are different. Monroeville Physical has new technology and an expert staff to give you a personalized experience to get you back to loving your life. Monroeville Physical, spelled F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, 412-457-8200. They help me dramatically love physical. Check it out.
What does living your best nonstop life mean to you? Cheering on your team at that big game? A music festival with friends? A family vacation? Or maybe a vacation from your family? Live your best nonstop life with low fares and nonstop flights only at Allegiant.com.
Non-stop flights from Pittsburgh to Sarasota Bradenton, one way for as low as $57. Must be purchased by 12/3/2025 for travel between 10/28/2025 and 5/17/2026. Seats and dates are limited. Restrictions apply. See Allegiant.com for details.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2025 by Forbes Health, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, starting at just $98 a pair.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aid.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 1 million happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
Nobody had to tell your grandparents not to drive while using their typewriters. Why should it be any different for us kids and our cell phones? Distracted driving was the cause of more than 3,000 deaths in 2022. We're smarter than this. Let's put down the phones and focus on the roads. Drive safe, everybody.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Just got off the phone with Mark Sorreo, the man himself, Oakmont Bakery. Mark Bakery.
The rest of today will be mostly cloudy, breezy, and chilly with a shower or two, the high 50 to 54. Mostly cloudy, brisk, and chilly tonight, a stray shower, low 41 to 45. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
At California Psychics, we know that when you haven't found love, it feels like everyone else has. Every movie has a love interest. Every song is a love song. Where are all the songs about cats or the joy of early bedtimes? And of course, the PDA. Looking for love sucks. Thankfully, California Psychics can give you the guidance you need to help you find the one. We connect you with the very best. In fact, 98% of the psychics who apply to work with us don't make the grade. That's why we can guarantee if your reading isn't life-changing, it's free. Download the app or connect with us at CaliforniaPsychics.com. Right now, new customers receive 20 minutes for just $20. So, you could be feeling all lovey-dovey real soon. Experience the joy of certainty. California Psychics.
Spirits are up in Latrobe. We're excited to announce the strong Orlando schedule out of Latrobe. That's right, Orlando is #1. Fly out of Latrobe. Easy drive. Park for free. Book now for your Orlando excursion. Be part of the top destination out of Latrobe.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at Kenny Ross.
Hi, this is Larry Richert. Join us on the Big K Morning Show tomorrow, 5:30 until 10. National Geographic says Pittsburgh is a top destination city in the world. Why? Plus, we'll check in with Bill Hillgrove, Steelers-Packers.
That game is buzz going. But the tickets aren't as high as I thought they'd be. The Guru, the Legend, the Czar, the Oz, the Yoda. Ticket Nick says, I'm going to be accurate on this. You can get in the door right now. I guess there's a bunch of tickets out there in the market for under $300, which is kind of sort of average. Just so you know. But he says oftentimes as you get closer to game time in a game like this, that the price gets higher. We'll see. Almost $300 though is not cheap. I'm not suggesting it is. It's still not what you would think, because some people said it had a playoff vibe to it because of the rivalry. Mary Hours, good afternoon, my friend.
Hello, how are you?
6 years.
I know. Isn't that crazy?
It's a little odd how your life, you think it's not true, but It's like the blink of an eye, and you're 6 years in, right?
Right. How crazy was the picture of Christine and I, literally my first day I worked with her, and then I was working with her yesterday.
You both look better today than you did 6 years ago. I'm serious. Both of you.
I told her that too.
Both of you.
Thanks.
Yeah, she's amazing. All right. It's chilly. Is this abnormally chilly, or is this kind of standard, Mary?
Well, for the month right now, we're actually sitting about 3 degrees above normal, but our temperatures in the 50s today. It's still below average. Our normal high should be at about 60 degrees. So we're below average these next couple of days. Our normal low should be at about 40 degrees. So we're around normal as we're waking up, but today we're just kind of staying steady into the 50s. So we'll see above normal temperatures briefly return a little bit next week. I'm still hoping for Halloween to be at least decent. Like, I'm fine with 60 and cloudy and no rain. That way we don't have to wear the turtlenecks or the rain gear, or, you know, we're not walking in the rain. So we need precipitation, but hopefully we don't get it then.
There's a couple reports about some people might change the day of Halloween because of Friday Night Football. Are you hearing this?
That like
trick or treat on different days, yeah.
No way.
Yep. I wouldn't.
I hope not.
I wouldn't. Hell no.
I do know actually Mars, I think their first playoff game is like on Halloween night, but I mean, those kids are in high school. Are you really going trick-or-treating?
No, my son quit. I feel kind of sad.
Yeah, like it's mostly just for like the kids, like the little kids. I guess the parents have to take the little kids if they're like older, but
every year though, some kid who's like full grown with a full beard comes to the door with a stupid hockey shirt on in a bag and wants candy, right? That one kid who looks 40 that's buying all his friends booze at the liquor store. Hey, so what is, are we getting into the 30s? Are we getting to a freezing point soon?
We'll have temperatures into the upper 30s. The coldest mornings this week, again, will be tomorrow, will be Thursday morning and Friday and Saturday. Friday and Saturday morning. Today is my Friday, so my days are always a little wonky. But next week, too, we still have some chilly mornings, but then our highs make it to the mid-60s. So we're not to that freezing point yet, but if you do want to protect your plants, just make sure, you cover them up. I don't have a green thumb. A lot of my plants are fake or I can't keep them alive. But if you're an avid, gardener or planter, make sure you're protecting those.
Hey, give me your advanced prediction of weather for Halloween.
Oh, I'm just going to say, I'm going to be optimistic. I'm going to say the high temperature of 60, cloudy, trick-or-treat times, it'll be like 57, 58.
How many kids do you get to your house?
Hundreds. I actually just leave a bucket out of candy because then I take my kids around the neighborhood. So I just leave it out and I put a little sign up to say, take 2 pieces. If they take more, I don't care. That's just more cavities for you. But just take the candy. Just get rid of it. Just get rid of the candy.
I love it. We get 300 or 400 kids. I love the joy. I love the costumes. I love the giggling. It's kind of magical for kids. You know what I mean?
It is fun. I mean, we walk around our neighborhood. The adults do trick-or-treat for each other.
Yep.
And I mean, it's fun. It's a good night. I love it.
Do you get dressed up?
Of course.
What?
So, well, I'm doing 2 costumes this year. My son has a Halloween party at school next week, and he's going to be Woody. He wants me to be Jessie, so I'm going to do that for just his Halloween party. Then into the evening, he's still Woody. My husband's going to wear a Buzz t-shirt, and then my daughter's going to be Nova from Disney Zombies, and then I'm going to be Addison from Disney Zombies. So they always pick my costumes for me, but I have to do it for both of them. That's Halloween night.
Mary Hours, makeup winter prediction. We've seen a lot less precipitation in the last 5 years. What are you thinking?
Well, a little secret. The whole gang is here today. We just filmed our winter weather special. So we are doing our predictions. And we're going pretty average on our winter. I mean, we hope we get at least, one good snowstorm, and just one big snowstorm can set up our predictions too. Last year it was extremely warm. We didn't have much.
Nope.
So I'm thinking it'll be a little bit of everything. I hope we get a little bit of everything. Some nice days, a couple big snowstorms so the kids can go outside and play. Hopefully no sub-zero 20 to 30 below wind chills that we had several Christmases ago.
All right, before you go, do you have an event coming up where you're going to sing?
The next one is in December. It's the Holly Jolly Christmas concert. That's at Hopewell High School. And that is on December 6th, I believe.
Mary Hours, it's a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Talk to you again.
Bye.
Very, very, very cool stuff.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
With the kids back in school, now's the perfect time to refresh your home before the holidays. Larry Richard for Lachina Drapery and Blind Factory, your local experts in custom drapery, blind, shade, shutters, and motorized window treatments. Get your home holiday ready with Lachina's free shop-at-home service and expert design advice. Visit Lachina's Dormont and Wexford showrooms or online at lachinadrapery.com. Call Lachina today, 412-665-4900. Lachina Drapery, where style meets family tradition.
So, Carlos is my man with Greater Pitt Tree Service. This is the kind of work they do. Woman with a beautiful home in Squirrel Hill sends me this note just yesterday. Marty, Greater Pitt Tree Service, working hard at my house, making my trees look pretty. Not sure, but at least 6 trucks showed up, and I said, guys, I have 3 trees, not a forest. It's that kind of company. It's that kind of service. It's that kind of work. Greater Pitt Tree Service, 412-884-TREE, 412-884-TREE.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Dial #law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Colin Dunlap on KDKA.
It's getting to be this season, the season of the haunted stuff. I don't believe in places that are haunted because I've not been faced with that situation in my life. If one of those things or any of those things or a haunted moment, so to speak, would happen to me, I'd be a quick convert.
Weekdays 2 to 6 on the Voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Be part of the growing family that is Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union. It's Dan Zangrilli. I'm a member, and so are nearly 25,000 Western Pennsylvanians. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union is up to 7 convenient locations in our region. Remember, if you live, work, or worship in Allegheny, Beaver, or Butler counties, you're eligible to join Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union for just $5, and you'll enjoy the many perks of a credit union. So learn more at AllegiantFCU.org. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Leading with support and a proven commitment to public safety, represent how Sheriff Kevin Krause effectively serves Allegheny County. Paul Martino here supporting the re-election of Allegheny County Sheriff Kevin Krause. Kevin's respect and trust from the labor community and unanimous endorsements by city, county and state, public safety, and first responders are key reasons to re-elect him as sheriff.
I'm Sheriff Kevin Krause. I'd be honored to earn your vote on November 4th.
Paid for by friends of Kevin Krause for sheriff.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio.
Are you tired of online threats? Then get an antivirus. It's the only online protection you will ever need.
Disclaimer, an antivirus is just half protection online. It will not protect you from snoopers or encrypt your traffic. So get better online protection with NordVPN. NordVPN will encrypt your traffic, protect you from malware and phishing, and stop annoying ads. Save 77% on NordVPN and get 3 extra months.
And now for a business news update from the Pittsburgh Business Times. I'm managing editor Mike Larson. Alcoa Corp announced today a $60 million investment into its aluminum smelter in upstate New York, the world's oldest continuously operating smelter and one of a handful left in the United States. The $60 million will go to the rebuilding of an anode baking furnace at Alcoa's Messina, New York plant between now and 2028. Alcoa made the investment announcement at the same time it said it reached a 10-year renewable energy contract with the New York Power Authority to provide electricity to the Messina plant beginning April 1st, 2026. Also, Armada Sunset Holdings' new headquarters office in Marshall Township is getting the interior build-out it needed before the company's big move to the North Hills. According to an announcement, NAI Bern Scalo has started to build the inside of what was called the Innovation Point, a structure completed before the pandemic but never occupied, a project that calls for making a 3-story, 90,000 square foot building move-in ready for a logistics firm. For more on these stories and other local business news, log on to pittsburghbusinesstimes.com. I'm Mike Larson.
He's live, he's local, he's Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Bouncing around here, the SNAP benefits, and people sending me notes about how important they are. They're supposed to expire here because of the shutdown. What, a couple days? Tomorrow? What? Tomorrow. It's $60 million a month in this region in terms of the benefits. And it's a big, big deal. So, Ashley sent me this note. Family of 5 here. This is wild. 2 school-age kids and a 1-year-old, 9.5-month-old baby. Wow. Husband teaches at a Catholic high school and I stay home. Aw. We only qualify for just over $200 a month and are barely scraping by with it. How about that? How about that? The baby has formula and fresh vegetables, fruit, meat for every meal. The big kids are lucky enough to get free lunch at school, but we're responsible for snacks and dinner for them and us. Baby essentials are expensive. It's going to be a couple months of rough times. Leading up to Christmas, we have to get gifts for the kids. Not to mention, oh, this is so cute, the baby turns 1 on New Year's Eve. I wish people didn't think that SNAP benefits, excuse me, voice is rough today, are never ending, and we can get filet mignon and crab legs every day. We're lucky to get fresh fruit and veggies for the week. It's a good point. It's a good point. I want to say this, too. Bill Artman, who's a friend, he's the chairman of Giant Eagle, has been kind enough to offer me a couple hundred turkeys to give away, and folks have been sending me emails, and we will hook you up, all right? It was a wonderful gesture on Artman's part, a wonderful gesture on Giant Eagle's part. If I recall, we did this last year, and they had pickups. Was that what it was, Patrick?
Yes, yes.
Right, where they had people would come with vans and they'd get 30 turkeys or whatever, right?
Yeah, we arranged it with several different groups last year.
All right. We're doing that again this year, okay? Okay. Regarding the SNAP benefits, I have learned that the hype is wrong and that this notion that you have disgusting, lazy people with carts full of booze and Twinkies and filet is a lie. Okay? And that's the truth. And I think people need to know that. That most people use it, as you just heard from that wonderful woman, to get by. Is there fraud? Yes. They say 2 to 3%. That's it. That's a low number. I have seen with my own eyes, what folks do is they sell them sometimes, the cards, in exchange for drugs. It's just the truth. Some people play the system. They sell them for cash, and then they go and buy booze or drugs. Okay? Some people steal them, and then they trade them for booze or drugs. Again, they say, and do your own research, don't believe me, 2 to 3%. 2 to 3% fraud. I have no problem with 2 to 3% fraud. I find it sad and annoying and aggravating that people think that everybody's out there trying to get over. It's not true. What I have learned recently, and if you listen to Brian Gulish, is there's a lot of need out there. 53 million pounds of food. Wow. Wow. The food bank rocks, and the food bank gets it, and the food bank kicks butt, and I love them. And if you can help them in any way, Greater Pittsburgh Area Food Bank, please do it. They're wonderful people. Brian Gulish is Amazing. Now, regarding Halloween candy, it's got more expensive by about 40%. Yep. 40%. It's a big jump. Hershey's chocolate is up 40%. 40. This has affected bakeries, too, and they're having to eat a lot of the costs. Cocoa prices are extraordinarily high, so it's also affected chocolate prices and tariffs. Currently, Giant Eagle, I'm told, has about 800 items that are affected by tariffs. 800, okay? Okay? Turkeys. If I'm you, I'm going to Giant Eagle, I'm getting the credits. You buy a certain amount of food and you get a free turkey. Last year, they gave away over 300,000 turkeys. I would take advantage of that. All the big box stores are offering some sort of turkey dinner deal. Walmart says $40 for 10 people. Okay? Aldi says about the same, $40 to $50 for 10 people. Giant Eagle's offering free turkeys for a certain amount of purchases, and that's cool. All right? All right. I don't subscribe to the stupid network stories where the reporter tells me how much turkey dinner is going to cost. It's a couple of bucks more. It's not the issue. The issue is everything else. Housing costs, clothing costs, car costs. Average car payment, $770. That's never happened. Ever. Ever. Median housing cost, over $400,000 in America. The highest ever. Ever. Those are the issues that concern me. Most Americans are feeling that kind of stress. They're not worried about whether they can afford an $18 turkey. They're just not. I think that folks need to focus on their family and family gatherings and family happiness and teaching your kids the lessons in life that will make them happy and successful. Read a piece in the Wall Street Journal today about a school called High Point, okay? Where they serve the kids filet, and they live in extraordinary dorms like penthouse apartments. And I have a relative who sent their kid there, and I said, I ain't doing that. It's not happening. Our kids need to learn to work hard. Our kids do not need to be eating filet at college. It's ignorant and destructive. And teaches them what? They have big screens and chefs and suites for dorms. It's not real world. It's not real life. And it doesn't help a kid understand work ethic at all. I don't mind colleges having decent food, but filet and suites and big screens for $100,000 a year, not happening. Not in my lifetime.
It's the little things. The information you need. People you know. The little things that make a big difference.